This is a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Any other use of this telecast, or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the Oklahoma Sports Network's consent is prohibited. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be used without express written consent.
Hey, I'm down here on the sidelines with Midwest City's very own Jordan Ray and Vincent Saylor of Elgin. So first off, I'm going to start off by asking you, what's it like in Elgin, in the town, and in the school with this playoff contention game? It's a huge game, a district championship potentially. What is the mentality like?
It's been an interesting week. It's been a fun week. Obviously, leading into this season, moving up from 4A, nobody would have thought we were here. So just taking it all in, and obviously got a big game ahead of us and playing for the district title. Like I said, nobody really gave us a chance at the beginning of the season. It's kind of one of those underdog stories we've kind of lived with all year. But this is a young team, so they're kind of too young to know what's going on almost. So that kind of helps us at the end of the day.
And Jordan, you got to actually talk with Coach Hall, who's now been named the year. What was he thinking about this going into it? What was his outlook on the game?
Well, he was very impressed with how hard Elgin played and how hard they tackled, watching that Lawton MacArthur game on the Oklahoma Sports Network on 2 channels, just like we'll be on tonight. And so that was it. He's like, we got to take this team seriously because they can play really hard. They don't make that many mistakes. And he also said, we really want that #1 seed, which is what's on the line tonight.
Yeah, there's a lot on the line tonight here. I have one more question for you. You know, you guys came up from 4A. How do you think that changes the outlook of the game, maybe for the team or even the coaching staff?
They really haven't talked about it much. I mean, obviously the last couple of years in 4A we haven't been very good, to be honest with you, and there's no way to sugarcoat that. So we knew we've got a young team. I mean, as you watch tonight, you'll see a ton of freshmen, you'll see a ton of sophomores. So we knew the future was bright, but they've really stepped up this year. Defense has done a great job all year, and then our running attack is really, with Ritzenmeyer and Matt Lund, is really taken over. So it's going to be a fun one no matter what. We're both looking forward to a home playoff game next week, but yeah, obviously, if you can hang that banner here in Elgin, it'll only be our 2nd district title in school history. So it would be something that we'd really be proud of and really excited for.
Thank you so much. Absolutely. Thank you, Jordan. And you'll hear more from us. This is the Midwest City Bombers broadcast with the Oklahoma Sports Network,
where sports is our middle name.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
This is Friday Night Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
When it comes to your home, you need someone that you can trust to keep it safe and protected for you and your family.
Vesta Foundation Solutions is your local, family-owned company that has helped many homeowners fix and protect their homes.
Our engineered solutions can take care of all of your foundation repair, basement waterproofing, concrete leveling, and dirt crawl space repair needs.
We take pride in getting the job done right, and you'll always be protected with up to a 75-year warranty.
Contact us today for a free estimate.
All right, welcome back to the Champion Plumbing Countdown to Kickoff. It's Midwest City Bomber football on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Happy to be joined by head coach Darrell Hall. All right, Coach, let's look back to the Noble game for a moment. Okay. You could just look at their scores on Max Preps or something like that to see that they play a lot of high-scoring games. So I know you're probably expecting something like that. Because your team scores so fast, there's just so many possessions in the game. You have to kind of take that into consideration when you look at how many points you give up, I realize. But what was your assessment of how your defense handled Noble's offensive attack?
Well, we had to make some adjustments on the fly. You know, we had planned on bracketing number 1 because he could go, and Harper kid. And, you know, he hit us right off second play from scrimmage. Man, he hit us. And so we had to go start adjust. You had to move, you know, safety over a little further. Got to get some bracket coverage not to let him go. I mean, he's a very good athlete. So there were adjustments made. I mean, they put points at quarterback. Not a slight on Elgin's quarterback we'll see this week, but you know we've seen 2 great quarterbacks in a row. The Ardmore quarterback that's going to University of Illinois, and then this young man who's going to go to Arkansas, from what I've been told, to play baseball. And they're the real deal. They're both Power 5 type of kids, can get the ball in any place, and we're big, you know, 6'3", and moved well. So, you know, we're looking for a lesser quarterback this week.
All right, so we'll see if we get that. Now, let's talk about the health of your team and how you've been able to be so healthy at this point, because you've had to play some players to where you wanted to because it's 5A, you've said. So you got guys, I've noticed DJ playing safety more and more, it seems like, and you know, Quintavion Carter will come in pretty quickly to play nose guard. And it seems like, though it hasn't affected your team from an injury standpoint, what can you say about how healthy your team has been for the most part during games? Well,
you know, it's like football season. What I told him last week is that, I mean, if anybody that's played a significant amount of snaps got an injury somewhere or some pain, you know, their elbow or leg, knee, head, or whatever, it's called football. It's a tough man sport, and so you got to get through it. There's an injury and there's hurt. So, you know, we've been very fortunate. You know, we lost Daniel Sampson going into week 1, and he won't take a snap all year for us, and that kind of put us back. But we've been fortunate. We've had guys step up. You know, and we've always played guys on both sides of the ball, just not as many as we have this year, but our numbers are down. You know, we had 10 seniors, 9 seniors. That's unbelievable in our class of football. But you know, like I said, we're trying to get everybody ready for the next man up mentality, and I've always coached with that mentality that, you know, who's the next man up? You know, we got to have somebody ready. Better have somebody ready, because you never know when that's going to happen. So you can't have a kid on the bench for 10 weeks and say, Jimmy, I need you right now. Well, if you needed him, you should have got him ready. And our job is to get him some, you know, when you can only get game snaps by getting game time. You know, it's kind of like us playing Carl Albert week 1. You know, what happened, what was fortunate for them, they played a game week 0. So they got a game in before we got a game in. And then, you know, game speed and practice speed are 2 different things entirely. Adrenaline's not pumping in practice, but it is in a game. So we had to adjust, you know, and get ourselves set up. So, you know, we've been fortunate. Guys stepped up when asked to do something. And, you know, like, you know, you've seen Traylon Richardson playing a little bit more tight end than he's ever played. He hasn't played offense for us in his career, but this senior year, you know, there's things that come up, and that's the sign of a good team. You know, understanding that everybody has a role, but where does the team need you the most to be the most successful and step up and do it?
All right, and you told me, well, you mentioned the seniors. Let me ask you about them, because I didn't have a chance to talk to you last week. So it was senior night. It's a small group of seniors, you mentioned it, but they all play a lot of significant downs for you. And, of course, we all know about DJ, but there's been several other seniors that have played notable time for you this year and last year. What can you say about this particular senior class?
Well, you know, they've been good leaders for the most part. You know, they have to be reminded that they have to be good leaders every once in a while. But, you know, with a guy like DJ, it's hard not to follow a DJ. I mean, like yesterday we were running sprints. We ran 6 110s or whatever. And, you know, he's in the top 2, top 3, and that's not just that day. That's every day. If he's not number 1, he's in the top. He's fighting to be there. So it's an example. I'm proud of him, understanding what's about. You know, we've grown as a team, and that's what I reminded him on Sunday when we met up, is that, you know, you guys are stepping up for the team. You're doing what the team needs to be, and not worried about me. I'm not hearing guys say, well, Coach, I only touched the ball 4 times. I only got 5. You know, I hadn't heard that all year, because it's not about their stats. It's about the team stats and winning. And if we can focus on that and focus on what does the team need us to do to be perfect, to be the best we can, it helps. And then my seniors, I challenge them to be leaders. And I've been very fortunate as a coach that, you know, like I brought up some things that I needed them to fix in the building and on practice, and guess what? They've done a good job of it. Halftime in Noble game, You know, like I said, it's a slugfest. And, you know, and they got the ball coming out of the second half. I said, you know, what I need defense to do, I need a 3 and out. I need us to go out there. I need a 3 and out. I need us to get the ball back so we can lengthen this game because it was too tight. You know, we had a great pick, a 6 right before the pick right before halftime. And, you know, if we don't trip over our own guy, you know, we score pick 6. But, you know, he didn't trip on a guy that wasn't trying to block. That guy was busting his tail to get downfield. He's at the 50-yard line blocking for him. And he just made a cut. So, you know, I applaud that by Lamont Reynolds to get down that field. But, you know, as it goes on, you know, what do we need to do to make the team right? And they were doing a great job, and I'm proud of them.
Yeah. And you did tell me before the season started you thought this was the best coaching staff you've had. And I want to focus on a couple of parts of that on offense because obviously context matters, but you're scoring a lot more than you did last year. And what has it meant for to have Randon Lowe as your offensive coordinator? And then your running backs coach, I want to mention him, Devin Chafin, because I've never – you know, in the 4 years I've been calling your games, I've never seen such good running back play. It just all 3 of those guys come in and just run their tails off and make plays, and I think it's been a big help for DJ and other players. So what can you say about those 2 coaches in particular?
Well, they're doing a great job along with everyone else on my staff. But, yes, it's a great addition to have Coach Lowe. He has a great mind for the offensive game. Coach Chafin, who played Division I, has a lot of, you know, young, good tools that's helping them to become better running backs. But let's get for real. All 3 of these guys are better than what I had last year at any time. You know, if I have all 3 of these running backs, I may be running that same offense I had last year because we'd have been successful. So, you know, I'm glad that, you know, we're better coaches with better talent, better work put in, and guys they want those snaps. So, you know, you got to perform in practice to get those snaps. And, you know, like I think Woody had the most last week with 14 as far as the running backs, but it was 14, 12, and 9. 14, 12, and 8. And it's always been right. They've all had about the same amount of carries. So no one's getting worn out throughout a game, and everybody's getting plenty of snaps. And that way, because they can go play defense, because Lala or number 29 plays corner, number 5 plays safety, number 6 plays linebacker. Yep. So they all play on both sides of the ball, and they play significant snaps.
All right. So, Elgin, we don't know yet, as of this recording, what day that game will be played. We're hopefully going to find out soon. But either way, it's for a district championship. What do you think about the Owls, and how is it important for your program to win an outright district title and be a 1 seed heading into the playoffs?
Well, your path makes your path a little bit easier. I mean, if you're a 1 seed, you have the opportunity to have 2 home games instead of going on the road. But it's going to be a big-time game. You know, it's 1. Whoever wins is going to be 1. Whoever loses is going to be number 2. 1's going to get Piedmont probably. 2's going to get Guthrie. Neither one of them are slouches because they're playoff teams, but we want that trophy. Yep. You know, we're playing for the trophy, and it's 1 step on our path to where we want to go as a team. And, you know, I expect to be a hostile crowd. They're playing really, really, really good football. Quarterback's young, but you know, they got enough young kids mixed in with their older kids that they play hard. Is what I would say. If you want me to put them in a nutshell, I say they play really hard. So our job's not to read the paper. You know, kids. Kids in public. We beat Noble. Noble beat them. Gave them their only loss. That was just 1 game. They won the other 8. So we don't sleep on anybody. Our job is to prepare as much as possible. And like I said, waiting on a call. If I don't get a call from Elgin by 2 o'clock today, then we will be planning on Friday because we need time to prep.
Yep. All right, Coach. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jordan, and OSN.
Here at Champion Plumbing, we grew up under these lights, so we know what hard work and dedication really means. Because to us, being the best is about helping our community when they need us most. It's about giving our all on every play and every job. Being your hometown champs means being part of a team that succeeds together. So every time you call, you get nothing but our best. And that's what makes us Champion Plumbing.
right, welcome back to Midwest City Bomber football on the Oklahoma Sports Network, the Champion Plumbing Countdown to Kickoff. Now I get to be joined by one of the last seniors I haven't interviewed yet. He's known as the Viper, defensive end Lamont Reynolds. Lamont, that is your position on the field, right? The Viper. What does that mean?
The Viper is the weak side of the ball. You know, the weak side, outside linebacker, defensive end.
Yeah, we call you defensive end, but basically, whether you play a backer or defensive end, that all depends on whether you're standing up or not.
Well, I don't stand up a lot. You know, mostly. I mean, I'm never on my my 3-point stance that much, unless it's heavy, but it really doesn't really depend on that.
Okay. And now you're one of the guys that's fully committed to defense. A lot of other players will play both sides of the ball. Do you ever wish to get on offense any, or are you all in on, or are you good being all in on defense?
I love defense. I wish I could have some. I was originally supposed to take some tight end reps. I can play tight end. I can catch. They don't think I can do that, but
you can run, right?
I can run.
Yeah.
I got some speed on me, but yeah. I would love to take some offensive reps, help the offense out a little bit more on that end.
Now, you told me before we started this interview that you weren't always at Midwest City High School. Last year was your first year. So what's been positive about here, maybe compared to where else you've been?
Well, last year was actually my first year playing high school football, period. And, I adapted pretty quickly. I really love it. I played a little bit of my freshman year. I played a little bit of basketball at Beast West. Might play a little bit here my senior year last year and all, but it's pretty.
I do hear the basketball team could use some size, so maybe not a bad idea. All right, what's been a highlight you've had this season? I mean, it's gone so well for the team. They're 6-0 in district play. And things have gone so much better since the 0-2 start. But what's been a highlight or two for you?
El Reno, I dropped a pick. It was a batted down ball. It kind of batted down, but I wish I would have got that pick. But that was a good highlight that I wish I could have caught. And, it would have been pick 6. Would have been a huge highlight. And then I had a sack at Lawton Mac. It was a pretty good sack, Yep. Mm-hmm. All
right, hey, and when you beat El Reno 34-0, not getting a pick, not too big of a deal. All right, Elgin. It's for a 1 seed, a district title, chance to play maybe 2 home playoff games. So that means now that senior night stuff for Noble. It turns out it's not your last home game. It definitely won't be your last home game. But what are your thoughts about playing Elgin?
Just have to get prepared. We can't take them lightly. They're 8-1, I believe. Only loss was Noble. Yeah, and we just beat them. So, that boosts my confidence up a little bit, and I just hope to do my part and hopefully get this win district championship, and get ready for playoffs.
All right. Well, you know what? You were our player of the game, HTO player of the game from last week. You're one of 8, though, so you're still eligible to win one outright. So go take it against Elgin, all right?
Yes, sir.
Coast Technology Group is your full IT managed service provider, utilizing simple, reliable technology for your home and business. Remote monitoring and management, network infrastructure, and cybersecurity, all with 24/7, 365-day live support. When you partner with CTG, you get the 150 years combined experience of our experts, helping your business grow while keeping your systems secure.
And welcome back to Midwest City Bomber football on the Oklahoma Sports Network. My name is Jordan Ray, happy to be with you. And unfortunately, Tom Carpenter cannot be with us, so I'm happy to be joined instead by, and this guy was a beast of a football player in the mid-'80s, Eric Sharam. Eric, if you had to join us for a game, this is a hell of a game to join us.
Well, it is. I mean, I've seen both teams covering the MacArthur Highlanders. It's a great opportunity to see a district clash, especially in Week 10. So our best wishes to Tom. I know he'd love to be here, and I wish he'd be here and hopefully be back in the saddle next week. But, this is a showdown for a district championship in Week 10. You can't even script that.
No, you can't. No, a lot of Week 10 games don't mean much. This game means a lot. All right, and why does it mean a lot? Let's go ahead and look at the district standings. First, also want to mention how much we appreciate Champion Plumbing, the Countdown to Kickoff sponsor. Champion Plumbing, don't settle for less, call the champs. So there's the updated district standings. As you can see, the bottom 6 teams have already played 7 games because they all played yesterday. We didn't update Altus, but otherwise the others' records are up to date. And so what's to decide here? Well, if Elgin wins, obviously the 2 teams tie for district championship. And, of course, as it usually works out in sports, the tiebreaker goes to head-to-head matchups, so that would be Elgin's if they win. If Elgin loses, they have a tiebreaker over Reno, so they will be in the 2 seed. Midwest City would win outright. And then let's look at, this is the up-to-date 5A graphic. And go ahead and pull it up there. And what you can see is we don't know yet about Midwest City, what seed they are, who they will host next week. We also don't know about Del City, Eric. This is interesting. No. The Sapulpa team is playing tonight as well, and even though they're locked into a 4 seed, their game determines whether Del City is a 2 seed or a 3 seed. So anyway, I find that very interesting, and we'll try to keep you up to date on that score. Because if Del City's a 2 seed, they can host a playoff game, and they may be on a collision course with Carl Albert. If they're a 3 seed, they have to go on the road, and if they somehow win that, they may be on a collision course with us. All right,
wow.
Let's take a look at. I would rather be the former. Let's go and take a closer look at Elgin. So one thing we haven't put on this graphic is that they have not won a district outright apparently since 1986. Eric provided me with that tidbit.
It's my graduating year from high school, if that gives any of the viewers at home to say, oh, you're old.
That's right. All right. And their last playoff appearance was 9 years ago in 2013. They were winless in 2020. But this group, a lot of players, juniors and seniors, were on that team, and they have persevered. And now they are a power in 5A hosting a playoff game. Also, last time they hosted a playoff game was in 2010. They will host a playoff game regardless of this result. So Midwest City has their work cut out for them. And now, Eric, you have the unenviable task of doing Tom Carpenter's keys to the game.
Well, the good news is I get to read Tom's notes. So these are Tom's keys to the game. He sat down and really methodically went over this. Keys to the game is brought to you by Squatchmo's Food Truck. For mastered backyard recipes, come find Squatchmo's Food Truck on Facebook or Instagram or at squatchmos.com. Okay, keys to the game. First off, for the Elgin Owls, the Irvin Express has to be stopped. I think that's foregone conclusion. If anybody plays Midwest City, it's a 4-year starting quarterback, and you have to stop number 10. Slow the Bomber run game. Well, good luck with that. I mean, most people have tried, and you've got a plethora of running backs to choose from. And then get receivers open if you're the Elgin Owls. For the Midwest City Bombers, line has to open holes for running backs. Number 2, get points on the scoreboard. Elgin has had 3 shutouts, by the way, and that's an interesting little footnote. And I love this. This is Tom's special, no dumb penalties. No dumb penalties.
Yes, Tom does like to repeat himself sometimes, and why not? It works. So, Tom, one, I know you're watching. We miss having you up here, so please get well soon. All right, we're about ready for coin toss. The Midwest City captains have already come out into the field, and, of course, we're going to follow our intern, Rylan Lung, as she will hopefully get some good audio for us, as she has many times in the past. The coin toss sponsor is brought to you by Rose State. Looking for a university experience while staying close to home? Look no further than Rose State College, with over 60 degree options on campus housing and transfer agreements with all Oklahoma universities. Rose State College will jumpstart your college education. Apply today at rose.edu. All right, as we have the coin toss ready to go, the Elgin captains are now out there. And tell you, Eric, while we wait for this real quick, one of the interesting matchups, you guys, Lawton MacArthur, of course, Eric's the Lawton MacArthur play-by-play guy, going to Carl Albert next week.
That's right. The MacArthur Highlanders in a track meet against Noble last night, 59-54. And the consolation prize is, you get a trip to Carl Albert in week 1 of the playoffs.
All right, let's go to the audio down the field.
Line judge, that judge, Chris Piper. Center back judge, Brady Milton.
Okay, gentlemen, I'm Mr. Milton. I'm the referee. This is Mr. Baker. He's the umpire. That's Mr. Byford. He's going to be one of the back judges. That's Mr. Morgan. He's going to be on that side. That's Mr. Melton. He's going to be the other back judge. And that's Mr. Butcher. He's going to be on that side to start the half, okay? Gentlemen, you've been chosen as captains. We expect you to act as such, okay? We expect good sportsmanship at the end of the game, okay, guys? I got a coin here. That's heads. That's tails. All right, you're the visitors. You're going to call it. You tell me what he says. If I drop it, we'll do it again. You ready? Tails. What is the head? You've won the toss. You've won the toss. Your boys hit the receive, kick, defend the goal in the third and second half. You wish to receive. Yes, sir. When do you wish? Okay, white, if you'll move over here. Black, move over
Fans,
here.
if you'd like to go to the spirit line, feel free to make your way down now. Be prepared for kickoff.
Black,
Owls
one.
have won the toss. And ready to receive the opening kickoff. And will be defending the south field.
All right, so Elgin will receive the kick, which normally that's what Mill City likes to do. So, but Mill City will be on defense first. All right, starting lineups. Starting lineups brought to you by Bomber Nutrition, located at 7460 East Reno, Midwest City, Oklahoma. Life is great at Bomber Nutrition. And the Bomber offense will, of course, be led by quarterback D'Angelo Irvin Jr., who is looking for his first district title, Midwest City's first district title, of course, in 5 years. So none of these players have experienced it yet, including the most experienced senior we've probably ever had. Jalen Woody, the starting running back. We're going to expect them to go with 3 receivers, Colston, Hamilton, and Broyles. Jamel Maxwell, the starting H-back, although we may see a 4th receiver, could be Devin Sissons instead of Maxwell, but it just depends on where they get the ball. The offensive line, the usual one. On the left side, Carter, DeMonte Jones, Avant Curry, the center. On the right side, Ambrosio, they call him Junior, and Big Jacob Brunson, who's won 2 straight HTO players of the game. On the defensive side, Lamont Reynolds, the Viper, leads the way for Midwest City. Demarion Jones, the nose guard. Rashid Arnett is starting at defensive tackle, in for Jamel Maxwell. Kalik 9 is starting defensive end. The linebackers, weak side is Kewan Landrum. Middle linebacker, Traylon Richardson. Strong side linebacker, Aiden Johnson-Tolson. The secondary, Santana Landon, a 1 cornerback, Jalen Woody, Josiah Johnson, the safeties. La Sierra LaViolet, the other cornerback. Cameron Doyle will be the kicker, and we want to congratulate our own Darrell Hall for being named the Region 8 All-State Football Coach of the Year. And the rest of the Midwest City coaches are as follows. Tyler Cade, defensive coordinator. Randon Lowe, the offensive coordinator. We hope Tessa will be able to interview him after at the beginning of the third quarter, right before the third quarter. John Mitchell, the defensive line coach, recruiting coordinator. The other defensive line coach, Philip Ball, longtime coach of Midwest City. Timothy Thomas, the freshman coach. Jay Vernon, also the freshman coach. DBC is the D-backs coach and the special teams coach, but Chauvinek, the strength coach. Robert Walker and Chauncey Dana are the offensive line coaches. KJ Breckenridge, the linebackers coach. David Mustins, the wide receiver coach. And a special shout out to Devin Chafin he does a great job, Eric, with the Midwest City running backs. You saw how great they run the ball.
Yeah.
He's a Division I. He was a Division I player at Baylor, and he's made a big difference for the Midwest City running game. All right, our first quarter, as we get ready for that first quarter, is brought to you by Tooney Buys Houses. They're a local family-owned real estate investment company. They buy and renovate homes. They also lease and own or finance homes throughout the state of Oklahoma. Call them at 405-353-9682. And the kickoff sponsor, CrossFit Complete, a community dedicated to the daily pursuit of fitness excellence and serving others. In doing so, they strive to give their members the best hour of their day. CrossFitComplete.com. You know, Zach, the guy who runs CrossFit Complete, he's from Lawton, like I am, so it's good that we're back to having some Lawton connections here. All right.
Very interesting that, when you said Midwest City does it, Elgin elected to receive. I'm seeing that more and more. A lot of times you always say defer to the second half, but a lot of teams want to get their start off quick. And so Elgin won the coin toss and elected to take the ball.
That's right. The Elgin Owls looking for their first district championship in 36 years. Kicking off for Midwest City, Cameron Doyle. The kick returners for Elgin are Andre Crabtree and Matthew Lund. Who will be the district champ in 5A District 1 in the year 2022? We're about to find out. And the usual thing we see from Doyle is kicking it out of bounds. That's what he does. Midwest City's fine with the field position they get out of that.
Well, the thing is, do you really want to kick it to your deep, return man and make something happen? The answer is no in high school football. So a lot of teams elect to just kick it out of bounds and let them take it at the 35.
Elgin is led by Trace Laura. He's only a sophomore, which kind of scares you if you're in Elgin's district the next couple of years.
Oh, legal procedures. So we got a flag in the play.
So
I noticed
they're
that
back up and Elgin and they'll re-kick. So I was talking about Trace Laura too soon.
Notice they had a fireworks ensemble.
Yes.
Noble does that, and you're going to hear a lot of the rocks in the jugs as far as noisemakers. Some people use cowbells.
Yep.
Elgin uses a lot of filled up milk jugs with rocks.
All right. Again, Matthew Lund deep.
Try it again.
Cameron Doyle will kick. We'll see if they do anything different now, because now they kick it out of bounds. It'll probably be even worse field position. It's kind of a judgment call whether the other team gets the ball at their 35 or 40.
The weather turned out to be nice considering all the cancellations, of not wanting that. It's cool for football, but it's November and it's football weather.
It looks like a good dry surface, too. We'll check in with Tessa some as well about the weather. We're going to turn up her mic right now.
It's a much better night tonight than it was last week with all the rain. And I'm going to tell you right now, this atmosphere down here is unlike anything I've seen. Must be the district championship mindset down here.
Clarence Woodbury gets the tackle for the Bombers, and now Trace Laura comes out. And Eric, you saw how good he was in the fourth quarter last week.
He missed his connections in the first two quarters and then really started to settle down because, it was a big atmosphere at Cameron Stadium. First time they're playing a lot in school. But he settled down nicely. He's got great heritage. Dad was a coach here. He's the principal, and he has two older brothers that were phenomenal athletes as well.
Laura out of the shotgun. Hands off. I believe it's Matthew Lund, and Lund will get taken down at about the 33-yard line.
Lund is just a junior. You're going to see a good dose of Lund, and then the freshman, number 34, and it's a good kind of running back by committee, kind of what you see a lot of schools, including Midwest City, do.
Yes, the Bombers will be doing that for sure. Ritzenmeyer is the other running back. So second down for the Owls. Put a man in motion. It's Lund again. He's going to try to get to the left side. The Bombers' speed keeps him from going very far. Traylon Richardson, one of the guys there to bring him down.
I know you're going to try to do this, but there's no way that you're going to get on the outside of Midwest City. The speed is too much, so you're going to try to assault them in between the tackles or maybe up front, but you're not going to go outside.
It's one of the things the Bombers did well against Lawton MacArthur. And, of course, Eric, you've seen both teams up close. So third down for the Owls.
Five-man front. They're really going to load that box, dare you to throw, basically.
Had a soul in the backfield there. Oh, looks like maybe miscommunication. It'll be a run for Laura, and he'll be close to the first down. The marker's at the 38-yard line. We'll see where they spot it.
I think he's about a half a yard shy, I think. If they ask for a measurement, we'll see.
Kewan Landrum with a tackle. They do have him marked short right now, so this will be
they want to bring the sticks.
So we will have a measurement here.
Well, and and it's a breakdown. If nothing happens, your quarterback does. He does just what he can and try to make lemonades out of lemons. But the key defense is there for Midwest City. They're basically going to say we're going to load the box pretty much primarily and dare you to throw on us. And so that's the initiative on this first drive.
Well, it's close to us. Tessa, what do you think? Any guesses?
I think he's short.
I think he's short down
short
here.
by a chain link.
Oh, yeah, about half a foot. You know, Eric, what's interesting is I think we're seeing more and more coaches willing to gamble on 4th and short in their own territory. Lon MacArthur tried it.
Yeah, I wouldn't do this. I mean, it's too early. I mean, there's nothing pivotal here. I mean, you may want to try to draw them off sides with a hard count, but then, if you go with there, you got to punt.
So 4th and a very short one.
I mean, Midwest City's offense is too powerful to let them have 40 yards to work with.
So what will the Owls do? Well, it looks like they will go for it. Now, of course, like Eric said, they may try to draw the Bombers off sides. That has been a problem for Midwest City in the past.
Oh,
they will go for it on the left side. And Laura's going to get the first down for Elgin.
Well, it really surprised me. You think, well, who am I? I'm not a coach. I'm not on the sidelines. You decide to go for it, and if you get stopped, then it's the worst decision. But here you get the first down and move the chains.
Lost La Violet pushed him out of bounds. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for Elgin at their 45-yard line.
Pretty gutsy move on the first series.
Yeah, we're seeing that Elgin is blocking well. Their offensive line is getting to their spots for sure. All right, Laura looks like he'll attempt his first pass. Fires right side. And the pass is picked off. Intercepted, then a flag is thrown. I believe that's Darian Rogers with the interception. We'll double-check there. No, I'm sorry. That's Santana Landon. Now, I think the flag, Eric, may have come in after the interception.
Yeah, and you got 2, and we'll see if it's from the same. Go ahead, Tessa.
It came in after that interception.
Yeah, so I think, the INT is going to be good, and it's going to be, oh, wow. Going to go against personal foul against Midwest City.
I guess maybe one of the Midwest City defenders blindsided an Elgin player after the interception would be my guess. You saw that triple elite instant replay right there.
Looks like Laura was just kind of throwing to a spot, and it just miscommunication. The player wasn't there.
Here is DJ. He is on a mission to win this district title for Midwest City. We'll see if his teammates give him the help he needs. On 1st and 10, Irvin will keep it.
Oh,
nice defense by Elgin. Of course, you mentioned their shutouts. They get Irvin in the backfield easily. Several Elgin players.
Well, this. I'm going to bring Tom Carpenter's first key to the game. The Irvin Express has to be stopped. Now, I know that's just only the first play, but they must have read his notes. Well, everybody knows what number 10 is capable of doing. You stop him, and you stop a lot of the momentum for Midwest City.
Looked like Jack Engley was one of the Owls to bring him down. Of course, it's a team effort. It has to be to get a guy like Irvin. On 2nd now and long. Yeah, you can hear the Elgin Owl fans.
Yeah, they got rocks in those cartons, and they rattle them all night long. So you'll have that in your sleep.
It's the atmosphere you love in high school football. Irvin, quick toss to William Broyles, and then, they're going to blow the play dead.
Yep.
So it's going to be delayed.
Wow.
Now that might be the Elgin crowd. I don't know.
Well, I was wondering why it was taking so long. I mean, whether that play, to come in and get that started, because it was really, really not in a good rhythm.
By the way, so we're looking at, 2nd down and long. We have it as 2nd and 17. Irvin has trips to his left. One receiver right, so they're going 4 wide right now. We'll see if they can try to get this first down in 2 big chunks. RPO, Irvin keeps it right up the middle. Look, he made several Owls miss. He gets to the 40. Several Owls didn't bring him down. So he gained about 8 on the play.
Yeah.
So
unfortunately, your negative yellow, that would have been close to a setup for a first down, but, it's.
Donnelly with the tackle for the Owls. But that's 2 times they brought Irvin down. They had to have more than one player really do it. We'll try to call off what we can here. All right, now is when the Elgin crowd wants to get real loud, when it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd and long, so 3rd and 9.
That delay of game penalty, by the way, is significant here. We'll see how significant. Irvin looks like he's going to throw, then he keeps it, makes a couple miss, but he'll be sure of the first down as he gets to the Midwest City 45.
Well, Elgin has basically stayed at home. It's man protect. They want to make sure, they want to know where number 10 is at all given times. And so that run-pass option, I think they're going to come back to that and actually hand off, because they're really not using that as a decoy much.
So Midwest City will punt. It's a good defensive stand
and the
for
quarterback
Elgin.
is your punter, and that's always a dangerous thing because,
yes,
he can run with it, he can pass it, you have all kinds of things in your repertoire.
I will say this, they have not gone for a fake punt yet. I don't see it happening here. It will not. Punt returners back are Ritzenmeyer and Brody Morrison.
I think
no return.
He called for the fair catch, and I think he's a freshman. You go, maybe I shouldn't have called for the fair catch. He took 2 steps and said, man, I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, he could have gotten something for sure out of that. All right, so both teams get stopped on their first possession, and that would be a tempo Elgin would like, as Midwest City has been on a high-scoring pace in district play. They have scored well over 30 points in every game. All right, Laura, handoff. And not much doing there. Lund will get to the line of scrimmage, it looks like, so it should be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, it's going to be hard charging. I mean, Midwest City is really going to try to stop that first. That's really what they're intending to do is dare you to throw. So they're going to load the box, and they're going to make sure that, there's no holes in this line.
Kalik Knighton helps stuff the middle there. 2nd and 10. Laura's attempted one pass. It was picked off. He will not attempt one here. It's another run play. This time they get some more running room here, and they'll get the first down. They'll get past the first down marker to get to the 34-yard line.
Well, it's just nothing fancy. I mean, in between the tackles, it's just hard-nosed football.
Yeah, they've been able to run up the middle with some success. JT and Traylon Richardson, 2 Bombers that bring him down, but not until he gets a first down.
It's amazing when you have this kind of run tempo. We're already almost halfway through this first quarter right now. Both teams just touched the ball one time.
1st and 10 for Laura. Handoff, got in the backfield, but he's able to get past it. That's Ritzenmeyer, and Ritzenmeyer with a good game before finally being tackled there by Rashid Arnett. And that's close to another first down.
I don't want to really overemphasize this, but, he's a freshman, and he does not run like a freshman. He does not run like he's a novice. He runs with a lot of confidence, and it shows.
So the ball's at the 44-yard line. Elgin with another first down. And their offensive line is getting a really good push right now. Let's see if the Bombers can respond. Handoff on 1st and 10, left side. And that one was well defended there by Landrum. Ritzenmeyer with a handoff. So it'll be 2nd down. I think this is important for Midwest City is their 2nd down defense here. Keep them, try to get Elgin in a passing situation. But Elgin has not had to pass yet this drive.
Only attempted the one in that first drive.
Bombers got 4 on the line. Laura, a bit of a high snap, handoff again, a big hole for Elgin. They're going to get another first down before Traylon Richardson gets him. They're going to get into Midwest City territory. Ball marked between the 42 and 41-yard line of Midwest City. Elgin's in business right now.
Casey Britton really gets that nice block right there. The linemen that don't really get much attention, they're the ones that are making the holes right there. I think Midwest City defense really trying to guess, and I think they just really need to get really back into assignment football.
Yeah, they bring in Jamel Maxwell, who wasn't starting. Quintavion Carter normally doesn't start, but plays a lot of nose guard. Handoff here, got some space. That's Lund, who gets to about the 36. Josiah Johnson with the tackle, bringing up 2nd down. But Elgin's definitely in 4-down territory at this point. So Midwest City's got to really try to stiffen up here.
Great combination that you get Lund, and then you also get Fitzmeyer. You get them in rotation. It keeps things fresh when you have an offensive running attack.
Yes, it does. 5-down lineman for Midwest City. Handoff, he gets past him. That's Lund. Lund slows down and then gets tackled inside the 30 for another Elgin first down.
Wow, and they did not whistle that dead. I thought,
he kept going after that.
Touch, he kept going. There was no whistle, and he got some extended play.
So now it's a red zone opportunity.
line there is tough to defend against Elgin. They've got an extra man on the line almost every time, and it's impossible to defend if they have so many blockers who are also doing well at their assignments.
Yeah, that's so true.
All right, thank you, Tessa. We're going to take a quick break as the timeout is called by Midwest City. You're watching Midwest City Bomber football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
When it comes to your home, you need someone that you can trust to keep it safe and protected for you and your family.
Vesta Foundation Solutions is your local, family-owned company that has helped many homeowners fix and protect their homes.
Our engineered solutions can take care of all of your foundation repair, basement waterproofing, concrete leveling, and dirt crawl space repair needs.
We take pride in getting the job done right, and you'll always be protected with up to a 75-year warranty.
Contact us today for a free estimate.
This is Friday Night Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Welcome back to Middle City Bomber football on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Elgin is driving on the Bombers. They got a red zone opportunity here. Handoff, missed tackle, still going. Big surge for Elgin as they are looking to hit Middle City in the mouth. They get inside the 10 now. Knighton with a tackle, but Elgin has a second and short here. They can get a first down without scoring. Laura to Ritzenmeyer. Ritzenmeyer runs into one Bomber, and then eventually they bring him down, setting up a third down.
That's where it stiffens up. You don't have a lot of room, a lot of running room. All the gaps filled there with Midwest City, and they're plugging holes and got the stop there.
We'll see if timeout called by, is probably Coach Cade wanted that timeout, the defensive coordinator from Midwest City, if it has the intended effect. Third down. And then it looks like there's movement. That should be half the distance if it's on Midwest City, and it is.
Well, now you're going to get the first and goal.
That'll be a first down. First and goal for Elgin inside the 5. Elgin has chewed up a lot of yards and a lot of clock on this drive. Look to put the finishing touches on it. Got a tight end and an H-back in as well as a running back. Laura on the keeper, and he will be short. Traylon Richardson brought him down, and it'll be second and goal. Ball's marked inside the 2, just at the 2 actually. It's been a heck of a drive by Elgin, started at their 25-yard line.
Yeah, that's impressive.
After forcing the punt after turning the ball over on the first drive. Here's the second down run. Straight up the gut.
Oh, that's great defense. That's a goal line stand right there.
Yep.
But you're going to have to do it a couple more times. Maybe you have a boot. Do you have something that you can get outside? Because I know it's hard against Midwest City, but you got a lot of space up on that top side.
By the way, for Midwest City, that was number 21, Felix Fuentes. Not a name we've called a lot, but I know the coaches really like him, who got the stop there. Third down. Ritzenmeyer is the running back with Laura. Ritzenmeyer,
that's what I'm talking about right there.
Easy, untouched, as he just split out to the right there. And Elgin scores first with a touchdown.
Well, that's what I said. You know, if you bunch in tight, you had a lot of green grass on that top side, and I said, do you have a boot? Do you have it? And this was just a toss. Quick toss, nobody home. Instant score for Elgin, put 6 on the board.
Kicking the extra point for the Owls is Gabe Dittmeyer. And the kick is up. It is good. Elgin leads Midwest City 7-0. It's been a while since Midwest City's trailed by that much. You have to go back to their Dell City disaster. We'll see if they can respond. You are watching Midwest City Bomber football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
This is Friday Night Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
We come from different backgrounds, with diverse interests and unique learning styles. Finding classes that fit your individual needs isn't a challenge at Cameron University. A small campus and dedicated faculty ensures there's always someone close by to guide you on your journey. Your success is our success. Your education is our mission. At Cameron University, you're not a number, you're part of the family.
Welcome back to Midwest City Bomber football on the Oklahoma Sports Network, getting ready for a CrossFit Complete kickoff. CrossFit Complete, located in Midwest City.
Scoring recap brought to you by Champion Plumbing. Don't settle for less. Call the champs. That was a 12-play drive. Started on the 25-yard line. Nothing fancy, but a little toss, scoop, and score for Elgin with the toss for about a 3-yard pickup, and the PAT is good.
Short kick by Dittmeyer. It's a live ball, but Midwest fields it and then rolls around and gets actually one of their best return. They're not really much of a return team. That's Darian Rogers, who, by the way, they may need him a lot at running back. Although Midwest City did not really give the ball to their running back on their last drive. But here we go. They're down 7-0, so they got hit in the mouth. We'll see if they can hit back.
Rogers kept his feet moving, and he just played till the whistle and got the extended extra yards.
Oh. You can fix that. Okay, we apologize for having Duncan up there. It's Elgin, of course. La Sierra LaViolette is the lone running back with DJ. The noise, I don't know how loud it is on the field, but we can hear it from the booth. Of course, we're on the Elgin side. Irvin to throw. Short toss left side. That's William Broyles, and Broyles gets outside, he gets a first down, and now Midwest City is in Elgin territory.
Well, it's good to get out in space. Midwest City wants to hit the edge. They'll want a tightrope. They want to do a track meet, and you want to get your athletes out in space. That's the best way to do it with a little screen pass.
Hunter Jackson with a tackle. I think Elgin might be daring Midwest City to pass. Not a bad strategy because Midwest City's been a devastating run team. First down for Midwest City. Irvin, another quick throw. This time it's on the right side now. Elgin read that. It's Broyles on the right side. He's brought down immediately by Parker, and they'll set up a loss on the play, so 2nd and long.
Well, Parker came right off of his block. So the thing is, you tell if you're Midwest City and you're a receiver, you got to stay on your block and you're going downfield.
2nd down, it's been Elgin. Looking better on both sides of the ball with the exception of one interception. And they're going to stop things here. Do we have a timeout? Yes, we do. No, it's the end of the first quarter. All right, so we do have a timeout in between quarter break. Tessa, as we set up for the second quarter, you got anything for us?
Yeah, I think this Midwest City offense is going to have a little bit of a struggle here as far as getting in calls, and they're testing our quarterback here as far as making quick options. That noise is insane. You said it. It's loud over there on the home side. I'm going to tell you it's just as loud over here on the visiting side. So it'll be interesting to see how Midwest City's offense can adapt and overcome with that.
Thanks, Tessa. This second quarter, by the way, is brought to you by Santa Fe Steakhouse. Steaks, ribs, fajitas, you heard. They have curbside pickup and immediate seating available if possible, located at 7101 Southeast 29th Street in Midwest City. Contact them at 405-732-0200. Yeah, so like I was saying, Eric, other than one turnover, it's been all Elgin so far, and one first down for Midwest City.
Yeah, it's and what you want to do against like a team like Midwest City, if you're Elgin, is clock management. That's what they're doing. They're going to run the ball, take a lot of time off the clock, very much what Piedmont does. They want to do that primarily, and that's what they set out to do.
Elgin wants to play Piedmont next week. Let's see if Midwest City wants that. It's La Sierra LaViolette who cuts it back up the middle, got a big hit, but he got past the 40, back to the original line of scrimmage and then some. Caden Donnelly brought him down, but that will make 3rd and 9, and this, because of the strange kickoff return and the first down, Midwest City might be in 2-down territory here. But of course, they'd rather not face 4th down if they can avoid it. Twins to the right for Irvin. He's got an H-back with him. Fakes the handoff. Irvin fires, passes, caught for a first down.
Beautiful.
I believe that's Devin Sissons with a first down reception inside the 30.
Textbook, this is what you do all summer, is just passing routes, just get your connection between quarterback and receiver.
So Irvin is looking like he is prepared perhaps to beat this team with his arm if he can. Of course, Midwest City still wants to establish the run. LaViolette in the backfield with DJ. It is 1st and 10. Irvin keeps it. Now Irvin's taking off. Irvin inside the 10, and Irvin to the end zone. Touchdown, Midwest City.
That was all created by a stunt, and they slanted over, and it's like they guessed their way into what the play was going to be, and they went and made a perfect hole right for the quarterback.
There's your Triple Elite instant replay. Triple Elite. Find world-class designs and hot new styles at Triple Elite. All right, well, it took Irvin a little bit, but he broke through there, and he became the threat he can. And a big response for Midwest City, but can they tie the game? It's a good snap, good hold. The kick is good, so we are tied at 7 between the Bombers and the Owls. You are watching Midwest City Bomber football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Augusta Contracting is a general contracting company that specializes in commercial and industrial construction projects. When you choose us as a partner for a project, we assure quality workmanship, exceptional performance, and unparalleled client satisfaction. At Augusta Contracting, safety is top priority. Our main focus is to send our team home to their families safe, happy, and healthy. Augusta Contracting, where your idea turns to reality and your project comes to life.
This is Friday Night Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
All right, welcome back to Midwest City Bomber football on the Oklahoma Sports Network. This game is tied at 7. Here's the CrossFit Complete kickoff coming up. CrossFit Complete. Go there. Good fitness classes and more.
Scoring recap, Champion Plumbing, don't settle for less, call the champs. That was a 6-play drive starting on the 45-yard line and a scamper for number 10, doing it by the quarterback with a touchdown run of about 20 yards.
Kick to the right side by Doyle, fair caught, and so not bad for Midwest City. They will take any possession where the opponent's inside the 30.
I'll take over 1st and 10 from near the 27.
So we'll see if the Midwest City defense can stiffen up. They did get a stop thanks to an interception on their first possession, but then got run over the second possession.
And that's what Elgin's been doing all year. That's what got him here is that run combo. They're not going to change from that. And, ideally Midwest City is lined up to basically load that box. And they've been effective on that last drive, that 12-play drive for a touchdown.
Laura, handoff, and the good trip tackle there. When I say that, I mean a legal trip tackle. Kalik Knighton with it. And that'll set up a 2nd and long. And I think Midwest City, you got to think, we got to force Laura to throw. We got to find a way to get him in 3rd and long. And that play will help a little bit. But still gained a couple on that, so it's about 2nd and 7 or 8. Laura has number 4 in the backfield. That's Adesola. He's going to throw it short. Pass is caught. That is Adesola with a catch, I should say. And he will be tackled about a first down.
Adesola is the one that made the finger catch touchdown late against the MacArthur Highlanders a week ago. That went viral on that video.
Yep. And that's LaViolette got the tackle, but for Elgin, they got a successful throw there. So we'll see if that makes it more challenging for Midwest City's defense. That loosens them up some. 1st and 10. Laura's going to keep it to his right.
Oh.
And he gets crunched, but he lunges forward. So Richardson was there on the tackle, as was Arnett. 2nd down. That's been one of the stories, is that Elgin has been able to run at Midwest City.
Well, I think in any league, if you can run the ball, you've got a successful team.
I think you can run the ball at Midwest City up. You mentioned you can't go outside of them, but you can run at them. They're going to run at him here and then get to the outside and get a first down again.
Lund just makes some extra athleticism with his feet.
Yep. So it was inside then outside, and it works.
Yeah.
So Elgin moves the ball again. They're now at their 49-yard line with a 1st and 10. And they have been running the ball effectively, especially on that right side. That's where they got their touchdown. Laura, handoff to Lund. Lund makes one guy miss. He gets into Midwest City territory. He'll gain about 4 on the play.
Well, and that's the thing is they shut that down where you're not going to run in between the tackles, and then he tries to get outside, and that's where Midwest City is effective defensively.
Traylon Richardson with the tackle. Say Elgin, their number 9s look like number 4s, but that's why I got them confused. But that was 9 on the carry. Matt Lund, one of their best. He's going to come out, but he gets replaced by Ritzenmeyer. And then 2nd down for Laura. Handoff for Ritzenmeyer. Big hole for Ritzenmeyer on the right side. He gets to the edge. He gets a first down and inside the 40. Fuentes was there to bring him down, but not before he got a first down.
Yeah, Felix was on the pursuit, the sophomore, be able to just make the tackle, wrap him up, or just put him outside.
So 1st and 10 for Elgin at the Midwest City 37. Elgin continues to not even face a 3rd down. They didn't face many 3rd downs their last drive, and they haven't faced one yet this drive. Short toss. That's Adesola. And good pursuit there for Midwest City. Limits to about 2 yards. Josiah Johnson, probably the most experienced sophomore Midwest City had, because he's one of the sophomores that played quite a bit as a freshman last year. The strong safety with a strong tackle, so 2nd and 9. And again, Eric, I'll say 2nd down has been a big down for Elgin on offense, so we'll see what Midwest City can do about that.
A lot of cat and mouse here. I mean, they got to try to do that stretch just to keep it honest, to not just have the inside assault. But that's why I didn't really go too far.
Handoff. Ritzenmeyer with the first down again on 2nd down. Midwest City is giving up big chunks of yards. Just Johnson with a tackle there, but not until Elgin gets into the 30, inside the 30. Yeah, I'm going to make that the mention I go back to a lot as of right now, Eric. 2nd down.
And does he really act like he runs like a freshman when you see him? I mean, and you got 4 years of this, just like we saw with number 10 for Midwest City.
Yes, that's right.
You say, doesn't that kid ever graduate? He's always there.
I'm sure Noble's thinking about DJ because they had to face him 3 years in a row. Quarterback keeper. That's Laura on it. That's a good first down run. He gets about 6. Get inside the 20. So Elgin with another red zone opportunity is they're just getting big chunks after big chunks.
You got the offensive line that's really moving Midwest City back, and I saw that against MacArthur. And so they're going to assault you, and they've got a really good run game plan, especially at the O-line.
It's right at the 20. 2nd down. Now, Laura was one of the first times we've seen him with no one in the backfield. And looks like there's some confusion for Midwest City, so they're going to burn their second, or actually I think it's their 3rd timeout of this half. All right, you're watching Midwest City Bomber football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Coast Technology Group is your full IT managed service provider, utilizing simple, reliable technology for your home and business. Remote monitoring and management, network infrastructure, and cybersecurity, all with 24/7, 365-day live support. When you partner with CTG, you get the 150 years combined experience of our experts, helping your business grow while keeping your systems secure.
This is Friday Night Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Welcome back to Midwest City Bomber football on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Game is tied at 7 between the Owls and the Bombers. The Owls are driving right now. They have a 2nd and 6. They went with an empty backfield that forced Midwest City to call their final timeout of the half. They now bring in a running back. And he'll get it. That's Lund. Trying to get a first down, but he will be stopped at the 18. The ball's on the ground. I don't know if they ruled progress was done.
I'm going to say Midwest City has this one.
Wow.
Did they call it a fumble, though? What's the ref say? Bombers believe they have it, but it's all about what the
we don't have a white cap decision yet.
Yep. Waiting on that.
Offense is trying to come out there. And
it is Midwest City ball, their second turnover. Knighton and Richardson in on the tackle. Well, fumble recovery, and that's huge.
Turnovers and penalties, huge in games like this for a district championship. You're right there, and the thing is, it was that extra, you're just trying to churn up extra yards, and you fight for it, and that's when the ball can get punched out.
So a huge stop for Midwest City, who needs to force turnovers because they're not stopping Elgin otherwise. But they're not going to have the ball kind of deep in their own territory. At their own 20. Irvin, handoff. Now, that's a big hole. That's what Midwest City usually does now. There's a flag thrown immediately. That's usually in the area of offensive holding. Jalen Woody with the handoff.
The thing is, that's what you always wondered when the whistle comes and when you fight for extra yards and there's a big pile up in there, and I didn't see it come out, but I'm going to tell you, they were excited about it. But that is a big stop in a big way. It is holding.
Well, that's a big penalty in high school football, as we learned from last week's game, just how much it can be because it's a spot foul. And this will move Midwest City back 5 yards. Well, when you consider where they had it, because it was a good first down run. Now it's 1st and 15. See, Midwest City still runs the ball here. Irvin will keep it. And good job for Elgin to close the gap.
Kind of like when I said the cat and mouse thing about, they are really not paying attention to that decoy, and that's very dangerous. They really are respecting Irvin's feet first, and the thing is, that's going to leave it wide open. I'll tell you, that's a Midwest City Bomber 6 if they get it.
Angley with a tackle for Elgin, forcing a second down. Irvin's going to keep it this time, looking to go deep, rolls to his right. Needs to get rid of it, and does. Throws it out of bounds. It's going to be 3rd down. So Elgin took away his first option at least. I don't know what else he was looking at there.
You say it's a run-pass option, but Elgin is saying that it's not going to be a pass at all, or it's going to be a run, and it's going to be by Irvin.
So Elgin's defense has stiffened up again. Thanks in part also to a holding penalty. Here we go. 3rd and 15. Or make it 3rd and 16. Man in motion. Irvin trying to get that first down.
Oh,
makes a man miss. Makes another man miss.
Wow.
Jukes his way. Gets past the original line of scrimmage, but well short of the first down.
Unfortunately, all that athleticism right there, if it wouldn't have been in the negative yards, would have got you your 10. He gets all that back, gets back the original sticks. So really, Elgin comes unscathed with that fumble. Midwest City not able to get out of their own territory.
So 4th and 8. And Elgin with...
And Elgin's going to win this time of possession. I didn't really lay but a 12-play drive for a touchdown to Midwest City 6, then another 8-play by Elgin until the fumble, and only 4 for Midwest City.
Irvin with good hang time on that punt, hits the ground, and Elgin will let it roll. And it's a good punt. It takes a Midwest City roll inside the 40 at the 38-yard line, and that's where the Owls will take over. So they get the ball back, but, of course, now they got to drive the distance again, which looks like they were going to do on their last drive. So the storyline in this game is Elgin's offense able to move the ball, but only with 7 points so far because of 2 turnovers.
I think the biggest success of their offense at this point is not even necessarily the fact that they're scoring, but they've got complete control of the tempo of this game right now, and that's the biggest thing to overcome for this Midwest City Bombers team.
Yeah, it's continuing right there, Tessa, as they get about 5 on first down. That's Lund with the handoff.
And, it's nothing special. I mean, it's your typical 3 yards in a cloud of dust football.
Yep.
But, that's what got them 8-1.
I'll tell you this, they weren't running the ball that consistently against Lawton MacArthur last week. This is they had a long run, but overall they were getting stuffed somewhat. Second down. And again, just good blocking by Elgin, and Midwest City's give up another first down.
Oh, wow.
And then
Collision.
there's a collision. No late hit
No,
penalty.
just Josiah Johnson, just a great athletic defensive play.
Right. By the way, good news for the Del City Eagles. Sapulpa is killing East Central right now, 34-3 in the first quarter.
And you say East Central is like winless, right?
They're winless in district.
Yeah, okay.
They have a non-district win, and it looks like Del City, with that, if that result holds, look like it will, they'll get a 2 seed.
Oh, nice
End
reverse.
around, and lots of running room inside the 20, inside the 5, brought down at about the 1.
Well, and, that was just a saving tackle by Rogers. Rogers just had to come from behind to make sure that it wasn't 6.
Well, Elgin
taking big chunks of yards.
Yeah, that was a reverse play, and it just had Midwest City completely fooled. So first and goal inside the 1. And it's going to be an Elgin touchdown. Laura with a keeper, and Elgin retakes the lead at 13-7.
Playing with a lot of confidence. I mean, they started to impress people and, making some heads move about what Elgin is capable of doing. And the big thing is, and this has been talked about, how young they are.
Yep.
They're not going to lose many seniors at all.
No, they will not. Extra point is good. With 3:40 to go in the first half, it is Midwest City trailing Elgin by a score of 14-7. You are watching Midwest City Bomber football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-265-6449. No referral needed. Mention Oklahoma Sports Network and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
This is Friday Night Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Welcome back to Midwest City Bomber football on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Elgin has gone the distance twice on Midwest City, and it's all been running plays on those 2 drives. And we're going to see the CrossFit Complete kickoff. CrossFit Complete, community dedicated to the daily pursuit of fitness excellence and serving others. And it's Dittmeyer to kick off. And Midwest has to fall on it at the 25.
Bounced, yeah.
No return as they were
bounced on the turf.
Yeah, didn't want to take any chances. Of course, that's a live ball.
That scoring recap for Elgin, Champion Plumbing, don't settle for less, call the champs. That was only a 4-play drive. Laura with the touchdown, and now they're just getting quicker with bigger chunks of yards.
Very important drive here for Midwest City.
Yeah, you got to answer points with points.
It's also worth noting they do receive the second half kickoff.
Yeah, you got to take this a 3-minute drive and then go into the halftime all tied up. But you got to score here.
Irvin puts the Violet in motion. Irvin will throw it to the Violet. The Violet with a catch, gets a block from his receiver, and he will get out of bounds close to a first down. Should be second about 2 on the play.
That was a good athletic play. Just made a cut, and made the defender miss and just got the extra yards. Almost a first down pickup.
Toby Parker made the Elgin tackle, and it's second and short. Irvin, handoff LaViolet, and he has the first down.
I like that. That's just assaulting you. I mean, just say, listen, you're gonna run and hit us in the mouth. We're just gonna return the favor. Just get physical. They're being physical. Midwest City can definitely get physical back.
Angley with the tackle for Elgin, but now Midwest City can kind of run some clock and at least make sure Elgin doesn't have time to score again. Irvin to keep it on first down, and he just squirts through the Elgin line there and gets close to another Bomber first down. I think he's got it.
And
right at the mark.
Such a good descriptive because, I mean, he was stopped dead to rights. And when an athlete like that, he can squirt right out of a tackle, get right out of that congestion, and then he comes out like a cannon.
Jace Williams, a very good baseball player. I called some of his baseball games for the Oklahoma Sports Network when they played Carl Albert with a tackle for Elgin. Broyles coming out for Midwest City. Clock about to become important here if it hasn't already. We're at 2.5 to go. Bombers going with a jumbo package. It's the Violet again. The Violet stays on his feet. He'll get into Elgin territory, get taken down at the 44-yard line.
And there's a little spark. There's a sense of urgency, too. They're playing their 2-minute offense. This is what you practice. You practice your 2-minute drill. You need it right here.
Peyton Christensen with a tackle. Second and short. LaViolet again. He's been getting the bulk of the handoffs. He's trying to get that first down. We'll see where they give him forward progress. I think he's a little short.
It's going to be close. I don't know, Tessa, you got a better angle at that?
Angle isn't great because I'm over here on the other side.
Okay, I got you. It's going to be first down.
First down. They should stop the clock. Go ahead.
Yeah, they'll stop it until they move the chains, and then we'll get set right back up.
I want to mention that because Midwest City is out of timeouts, but they're having an effective drive so far. LaViolet again on the right side.
Nice hole.
And he's just churning, and he's getting a first down. He's been getting the bulk of the handoffs. LaViolet's kind of been the forgotten running back because Woody and Rogers have been so effective.
Well, and now Midwest City offensive lineman is just flying off the ball. They're making the first initial attack.
And they're going to go hurry up here again. Through on the right side. High snap, but Irvin gets it. LaViolet with the handoff. And this time he'll be tackled. Probably the shortest gain Midwest City's had so far this drive, but they're inside the 30. Clock is running at 1:08:16 and counting. Eric, what's interesting is this change of formation for Midwest City as they have two lead blockers behind the O-line. One of them is their middle linebacker, Traylon Richardson, who's gotten better and better as an H-back on offense. This is Darren Rogers. Rogers, a hard guy to bring down. He surges forward. You saw how hard he runs against Lon MacArthur, Eric. Gets the 25 there.
Well, and this time Elgin just went right down to a low snap. They went straight down to the ankles, basically, and clogged that up, and there wasn't any running room. 45 seconds. Now time is the factor in this one.
Bombers have to huddle here on third down. Irvin to keep it. He's going to move the pile to get a first down as he gets inside the 15. That'll stop the clock. Now we'll see what Midwest City does. 32 seconds.
Well, it will stop the clock until they move the chains, and then when the chains are set, they're already starting the clock right now, so 30 seconds.
And Midwest City making subs here. They're going to need to hurry up. This is first down. They elect not to spike it. Clock is under 20 seconds. And a timeout's called. Looks like Midwest City may have had a timeout.
Yeah,
they did have one timeout. Oh, no, is Elgin calling that?
Elgin called timeout.
All right, we'll keep it here because we got halftime coming up here. But, Eric, interesting that Elgin kind of helped Midwest City out there.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of confusion, as far as getting that play in. And, I think, you're already in your 2-minute offense right now. You almost have, in that kind of sequence, you always have next play. You already have the next play up already. And this time it kind of collapsed. And you're right, Elgin saved maybe a tying touchdown opportunity for Midwest City with only 20 seconds left to go before the half.
I'll tell you what you see there is the factor of not having your timeouts. Sometimes in the first half, it doesn't matter if you have to burn them early, but it does in this drive. If Midwest City doesn't score a touchdown, that's one of the things you can point to, and they burn their timeouts because of defensive struggles. And, again, you just like to keep them if you can. So that is a factor here because the Midwest City Bombers have 16 seconds, and they don't have any time to run the ball.
Well, and this is the longest drive for them. That 8 plays right now, looking at number 9. And that's something that Elgin has been using, but they're on that attack. And so, you almost have to call in 2 plays right here unless you're going to throw the ball. I would say, I would try 1 pass play, and then if it's incomplete, it stops the clock.
Yeah, I don't know if they're in comfortable field goal range yet. But what's interesting, Eric, is they've added 4 seconds on the clock. It's now at 20. So Irvin's got 5 wide, 3 to his left, 2 to his right. So he's in the backfield by himself. And on the snap, drops back to pass.
Nice.
Fires.
Get up.
Pass is
Get up the
caught.
field. Get out of bounds.
And did he get out of bounds? No,
No.
I was going to say he did not.
No,
Clock's
he's gonna
running
spike
at
it.
10 seconds. They have to hurry. Clock's at 7 seconds.
Oh, no, the official is, the Whitecap is stopping the clock. Timeout. So Midwest City had one left.
So the Bombers did have one. So we're at 6 seconds. Well, if they had one, then I have to say, I understood that they didn't call it a little sooner.
So right here, I guess you got to throw again. I mean, you don't have time to run a play. If you run, it's got to be in the end zone, so you're going to have to throw. And I know that it could be an Irvin look to throw and then maybe possibly run, but, what are you going to dial up here?
They don't really have a tall receiver to run a fade pattern to. But they are, I would say, Coach Hall would be willing to kick it here as well from this distance.
Okay, all right. That wouldn't be a bad choice here. Now, do you have a slant? I mean, do you have a slant pass at all that you've used?
It's a good question. I not really. They have not run many slant patterns this season.
Yeah, because right there, that's what's open. They're going to take the edges out.
So it's officially 2nd and 4, but I know Midwest City's not going to think first down with this play. Irvin does have one guy in the backfield with him. It's the Violet. And now we can say the Bombers are out of timeouts. Irvin, the pass, fires, end zone deflected, and it's incomplete. Now the clock goes to zero. There was a second left, I thought, when the ball hit the ground, and I turned. We'll see if the refs.
Yes, he does. You're right.
Said it.
Whitecap says 1 second.
The Elgin crowd doesn't like it, but
No.
I'd say, Eric, I think that's correct. I mean, I thought there was a second left.
Well, and they got it.
Ground.
You call that.
Yeah. So
and
now
it's Ritzmeyer that put his hand up there. The freshman put his hand up there and deflected it. Otherwise, that was 6. It was a well-designed play, but better execution on the defense for Elgin.
Bombers have one field goal. It's a short one. This actually looks to be the longest. This is about 25 yards for Cameron Doyle.
Oh, and now we got false start.
Now you're talking territory that Cameron Doyle is not used to here in a game situation, and that's what matters. But I'm pretty sure he has kicked field goals long in this in practice. But again, that's so different than a game situation. So in spite of the 5-yard penalty, they will still attempt a field goal here. Sissons to hold. Good snap. Kick
Got
is
the
up.
distance. It's good.
And the kick is good as time runs out. So a score for Midwest City that may come in handy later on. They get the ball to start the second half. So an interesting game here. By the way, towards the end of halftime, we will have Tessa interviewing Midwest City offensive coordinator Randon Lowe. All right, we'll take a break right now. You are watching Midwest City Bomber football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Augusta Contracting is a general contracting company that specializes in commercial and industrial construction projects. When you choose us as a partner for a project, we assure quality workmanship, exceptional performance, and unparalleled client satisfaction. At Augusta Contracting, safety is top priority. Our main focus is to send our team home to their families safe, happy, and healthy. Augusta Contracting, where your idea turns to reality and your project comes to life.
Coast Technology Group specializes in audio, video, and lighting for schools, house of worship, home, and business. Work with our team's engineers to design the right system for your conference rooms, video telecommunications, stadiums, auditoriums, video walls, home theater, and automation. Whether your next project is large or small, let our team with over 150 years of combined experience help design the right system with simple, reliable technology.
Augusta Contracting is a general contracting company that specializes in commercial and industrial construction projects. When you choose us as a partner for a project, we assure quality workmanship, exceptional performance, and unparalleled client satisfaction. At Augusta Contracting, safety is top priority. Our main focus is to send our team home to their families safe, happy, and healthy. Augusta Contracting, where your idea turns to reality and your project comes to life.
I'm flying. I put my helmet on, my visor down, my mask up. You don't know who I am. Whether I'm African American, Asian American, Hispanic, white, male or female. You just know I'm an American airman kicking your butt. I'm General C.Q. Brown Jr. Come join us.
When it comes to your home, you need someone that you can trust to keep it safe and protected for you and your family.
Vesta Foundation Solutions is your local, family-owned company that has helped many homeowners fix and protect their homes.
Our engineered solutions can take care of all of your foundation repair, basement waterproofing, concrete leveling, and dirt crawl space repair needs.
We take pride in getting the job done right, and you'll always be protected with up to a 75-year warranty.
Contact us today for a free estimate.
Here at Champion Plumbing, we take pride in taking care of our community. When we hit the road, we're fully prepared to solve your plumbing issues. We're family-owned, and we are the standard for plumbing service. With a team full of champions, being the best plumbers in Oklahoma is just part of the job. So when we show up, you can rest easy, knowing that whatever the issue may be, we can handle it and make you a happy Champion customer. Contact Champion Plumbing today.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-265-6449. No referral needed. Mention Oklahoma Sports Network and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
We come from different backgrounds, with diverse interests and unique learning styles. Finding classes that fit your individual needs isn't a challenge at Cameron University. A small campus and dedicated faculty ensures there's always someone close by to guide you on your journey. Your success is our success. Your education is our mission. At Cameron University, you're not a number, you're part of the family.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers. We're the ones who go before all others. Join the fight.
This is Friday Night Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Here at Champion Plumbing, we grew up under these lights, so we know what hard work and dedication really means. Because to us, being the best is about helping our community when they need us most. It's about giving our all on every play and every job. Being your hometown champs means being part of a team that succeeds together. So every time you call, you get nothing but our best. And that's what makes us Champion Plumbing.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-265-6449. No referral needed. Mention Oklahoma Sports Network and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
Coast Technology Group helps you feel safe and secure utilizing simple, reliable technology. Allow our team of experts to help you design the right system with high-definition surveillance cameras, cutting-edge smart alarm systems, and thoughtfully designed access control for your home or business. Work, sleep, and play with confidence, knowing CTG is your technology partner.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others. Join the fight.
All right, welcome back to Midwest City Bomber football at half. Midwest City trails Elgin by a score of 14-10. Let's go down to Tessa Durrell with Midwest City offensive coordinator Randon Lowe.
Yeah, I'm down here on the field with Coach Lowe. So first off, Coach Lowe, that's one heck of a first half on the behalf of your team and Elgin's team. So going into this next half, what are some keys to finding some success for your offense?
Well, you know, we had the ball 4 times that half. We're not playing inspired football. We're not playing very good at all, actually. We're killing ourselves in our drives. We've scored 2 times that we had the ball. We didn't have penalties. The other 2, we had penalties and didn't score. So it's really a matter of, are we going to play or not?
And then also, Elgin, had great control of tempo in this game. From an offensive standpoint, how do you expect your team to take control in this next half as far as tempo goes?
Oh, we always control the football game. That was you're about to find out.
Thank you very much, Coach. Back to you guys.
All right, I love that. By the way,
yeah, I like that.
This halftime is brought to you by La Herencia. We love eating there. We've eaten there a few times this season, and they have the best Mexican food in the Middle area, whether it's dine and carry out using Grubhub or catering. Just eat their delicious food, located 6811 next to Jimmy's Egg, Southeast 15th Street, Contact them at 405-931-3154. And, Eric, of course, we do have a scoring recap because Midwest City scored on the last play of the first half.
Yeah, to end regulation, the scoring recap brought to you by Champion Plumbing. Don't settle for less. Call the champs. That was a 10-play drive capped off by and it was going to be a 25-yard field goal to a 30-yard field goal to bring it within 4. At least you got answered points. They had that 2-minute offense. They had to get something, so at least 3. And I love what Coach had to say there. They are usually in charge of tempo. What are you going to do about it? Well, just sit down and watch. You got something for it.
Cameron Doyle made the kickoff, and we can also safely say it looks like the Del City Eagles will be hosting a playoff game. So all 3 Mid-Del schools are figured to host a playoff game as the Pulpa's winning that will lead Del City to a 2 seed. In spite of a couple of tough overtime losses. All right, this third quarter that's coming up is going to be brought to you by Dynamite Driving LLC. Can't get a DPS? Come test with us today. We test 7 days a week. We call anyone with a valid Oklahoma permit. We offer driver education classes, private drives, and several drive test packages. Dynamite Driving located at dynamitedriving.net, located at 635 Northwest 7th and more. Contact him at 405-467-9121. Your CrossFit Complete kickoff is coming up right now. Gabe Dittmeyer to kick off. He's kicked it short. Trying to find that soft spot in the Midwest City coverage. We get ready to bring you the third quarter. Takes a high bounce, and then it's fielded.
Well, he took it off the one hop.
Yeah.
I mean, just he found it. Sometimes you can lose it. And what a great night for football. I mean, with all the changing of we got to do this because this was going to be nasty weather, turned out to be a great night for football. A little cool, but it's November.
All right, if you remember correctly, Midwest City's touchdown drive was when they got a short return on a short kick, so they had good field position. Here is DJ.
I'm wondering if the tempo is going to be a little bit like up-tempo like they did with that 2-minute drill because they seem to have more success when they went faster.
That's right.
Jet sweep.
Handoff right side. Cutting back.
Got a flag in the play.
And that's what's hurt Midwest City.
Wanting to go up-tempo like you just said, those flags definitely don't seem to help him out.
LaViolet, by the way, had the handoff. It is against the Bombers. This is where you need your passing game sometimes to overcome a holding penalty.
Well,
they had a good run going, too.
Yeah, you don't want to start off, with the ball and then, and what keys to the game from Tom Carpenter says no dumb penalties, as he would say, and that's just a dumb penalty.
We're talking now 1st and 22. The Violet handoff left side, and he won't get very far. Tackle made by Jace Williams.
I think, with the tempo, you want to try to get your athletes out in space. And so, the quick screens that we saw earlier, those little flash, flare passes, something like that, just get on the edge.
So 2nd and 20 is officially what it is for DJ Irvin. Handoff right side. They are able to get to the edge, but not a whole lot. LaViolet brought out of bounds short of the 30. Ball's at the 29-yard line. That's going to set up a 3rd, and we have 18. So again, the problem for Midwest City, when they get that penalty, they just can't do much after that. It's like at that point, Elgin's able to effectively key on the run here. And with the way Midwest City's defense has been playing, you'd hate to trail and not have the ball and give Elgin a chance to go up 2 scores. 3rd down. Irvin drops it. He'll pick it up and run with it. He's going to get something out of this. It won't be a first down, though.
True athleticism. That was going to be dead to rights at the 21-yard line. He just fumbled that, and he saw it immediately, picked it up. But, nonetheless, the drive stalls.
Angley, Donnelly brought him down, but another punt for Midwest City. They have not had to punt this much. And the penalty, again, is a drive killer.
Yeah, in big games like this, it's penalties and turnovers. And, Midwest City got a turnover, but the thing is they weren't able to do anything with it.
Yeah, they didn't do anything with either turnover they forced.
Yeah, the pick or the fumble.
Irvin with the punt, fair caught. Ritzenmeyer fair caught it for Elgin, and they'll have solid field position as they will have their first possession of the second half.
Southeast leads Elgin, and the other game that's in this area at Cameron Stadium for senior night for the Eisenhower Eagles.
Yeah, Eisenhower, yeah. And that's on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Not very many games being played.
Yeah, we had 8 last night. That's why.
Yeah. Handoff on first down. Now, that's the best pursuit we've seen by far for Midwest City. Lamont Runnels was there, but I think Arnett played a big play in that. Unfortunately for Midwest City, after such a great play, they got a player hurt.
Down Midwest City Bomber.
Oh, and that's Traylon Richardson, too. And we don't keep official stats, but he was the leading tackler of the team in the first half. I'm pretty sure about that. All right, we'll take a break. Hopefully we'll come back soon because he'll be okay. You are watching Midwest City Bomber football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
This is Friday Night Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
When I'm flying, I put my helmet on, my visor down, my mask up. You don't know who I am. Whether I'm African American, Asian American, Hispanic, white, male or female. You just know I'm an American Airman kicking your butt. I'm General C.Q. Brown Jr. Come join us.
Coast Technology Group helps you feel safe and secure utilizing simple, reliable technology. Allow our team of experts to help you design the right system with high-definition surveillance cameras, cutting-edge smart alarm systems, and thoughtfully designed access control for your home or business. Work, sleep, and play with confidence, knowing CTG is your technology partner.
This is Friday Night Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Welcome back to Midwest City Bomber football on the Oklahoma Sports Network. I apologize. The injured player was Aiden Johnson-Tollison. He is able to come off slowly, gingerly, but he is walking. That's good news. And we hope he is available to the team soon, whether it's tonight or next week. But it's going to be 2nd and 11 for Elgin after a great run stop for the Bombers. We'll see if they can sustain it. Second down's been a bad down for Midwest City's defense. Handoff. And not a bad down here as they force a 3rd and long. One with a handoff. Knighton got him down. And this is a 3rd and long that I think Midwest City's needing to have on defense here. We'll see what they can do with it.
Well, and that's the thing about, we try to stretch. We say we're, really not going to get outside of Midwest City on the corners. And so they were assaulting them, and I know you keep them honest by doing this, but that's really not what did Elgin in the first half.
All right, so for the first time we have a 3rd and long here. Bombers with a 3-man front. They had a 4-man front for much of the first half. Lord, I think he's trying to draw him off sides. Cannot. He'll roll to his left. Looking. Fires deep. Has a man, but it's off incomplete. There's a flag, though.
Flag.
That would be on Josiah Johnson. They just got tangled. I'm going to say, I'm going to be a Midwest City homer and say I didn't like that call.
Well, and, it wasn't a really great thrown ball either. And so, you got to throw that one up. And unfortunately, it's a defensive holding. So,
well, now if holding, it's not pass interference. That's not an automatic first down. That's the interesting difference, as I knew somewhat of, but talking, of course, last week on the air with Dwayne Doolittle, which was great, and we hope to have him back on with us when Midwest City's back at home. But holding penalty should not be an automatic first down, and I stand corrected. It is.
Was able to.
Okay, that was one of them.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It was pass interference. Actually, is not automatic first down. That's what's strange about that. I got those two mixed up. But a huge conversion for Elgin.
Just go back to your base defense right here.
Yep.
Just get the stop. There it is. I mean, that's the adjustments that you make in the second half. And you know what? It's wearing a little bit. There was a quick step with the offensive line, Elgin against Midwest City. Now it's reversed. Now Midwest City's getting the jump on the defensive side, and they're pushing back right now.
Gleek Knighton and Kiwan Landrum helped make that stop possible. So it's second down and long for Elgin. He lost maybe a yard and a half on that play. 2nd and 12 officially.
Well, they got one way out here.
Stretch handoff here to the left side.
Yeah,
Took too long to develop, and the Bombers ate that one up easily.
Yeah, this is the adjustments that you make at the half. What they were assaulting, what they were doing, Midwest City is just taken away. And now you got to go back to what are we going to do?
Now, the guy that made the play there was the big nose guard, Demarion Jones. If we can call his name more often, that's going to be good news for Midwest City. Sometimes those nose guards can be extinct, especially when that team's running the ball. You don't even know they're there. But on that play, he made his presence felt. And another 3rd and long. We'll see if Midwest City can get a stop here.
Well, last time he was defensive holding on a overshoot thrown ball.
Laura spins to his right, fires, and that pass is incomplete. This time there is no flag. And it looks like for the first time, Midwest City has forced an Elgin punt.
So that stalls out a 6-play drive. But, I saw this when Elgin with MacArthur. Laura was not really connecting with his receivers in that first half, but then in that second, and that especially late in the third and the fourth quarter, come to life. So we'll just kind of pay attention to that. But Midwest City did what they needed to do, and let's see what they do with that tempo that Coach talked about.
5 of the 6 defensive plays for Midwest City, they looked really good. DJ to field the punt. He's a quarterback. He's fielding the punt. Ooh, boy, that was an adventure.
Well, I mean, he had to go so low on it. But now, luckily, he's got a low frame, so he's not like a 6'5" guy that had to come down low to the ground anyway. And just his athleticism, like you said, a do-it-all guy. And who's going to be his replacement for next year? That's the big question.
It is
in all aspects.
All aspects. Donnelly with the.
Well, that's why he was a starter as a freshman.
As a freshman, he was just a quarterback. Now he's a safety. He punts.
Punter.
And
punt
he
return.
Fields punts.
Yeah.
And has fielded kickoffs. Jalen Woody in motion. Irvin to keep it. Irvin with a good hold. Irvin gets past the 40. I'm not sure what the Midwest City players were motioning for there, but
that Elgin defender there came in straight with his head on top of Irvin right there.
So some targeting there. Well,
sure looked like it, but
I will say. I don't know if there have been any penalties on Elgin. We'll see if that changes. Irvin fakes the throw. They hand it off to Jalen Woody instead. And that was a first down run, but previously, so it was 1st and 10 on that run. And Woody will get about 3 or 4 on that. Ritzenmeyer with the tackle as well as Brody Morrison.
Be a 2nd and about 7.
Bombers looking to take the lead here. They played better this half. They just had a penalty kill a drive, but this is at their 46-yard line. Irvin, short toss. Makes the man missed as the receiver. Gets a first down.
It's a great play. He came off of his block, but, athleticism. You get your athletes out in space. That's what I talked about in the first half. Got to be able to get them in the maneuvers that they're used to having.
That's William Broyles with a catch, and he shed a tackle, making that play. A first down. Midwest City has it now in Elgin territory. Ball at the Elgin inside the 42 there. Irvin fakes a throw. Now he keeps it. And he gets inside the 40. Not much there.
Well, they're doing a lot of flash, a lot of flare, a lot of decoys, a lot of motion, and then he's going to fake look to the motion. You got to respect that, to honor that. You can come back to it if you almost like a run-pass option, but deciding that number 10 is going to do his work.
Peyton Christensen with a tackle. It's 2nd down. At the 39, it may be close to 4-down territory for Midwest City. Handoff, right side, big
nice.
hole. That's Jalen Woody who gets a first down. He gets inside the 25. There's a flag.
You know, he got that space out there, and this is what I said Elgin can't do with Midwest City, but Midwest City can do to everybody else, is get on the outside, and they get the outside edge, and then it's kind of like a track race. Holding.
Problem is another penalty on the Bombers. The penalties have been a big factor against Midwest City.
Tom Carpenter knew what he's talking about when he says he put that as number 3. Keys to the game. I want to put that at number 1. It's becoming number 1.
Now, I think they may have gained some still, even when you take the penalty loss. So it's second down, but 2nd and 7. So it doesn't. This holding penalty. And now, they're changing to 2nd and 4. So that penalty doesn't hurt Midwest City like the others have, but it's still disappointing. Woody left side. Woody's able to cut it inside and get close to a first down. We're looking at 3rd and short. And no doubt if Midwest City will go for it here if they don't get it in this next
This
third
is a
down.
pretty good strategy in the third quarter of just running side to side. And what that does is that tires the defense out because you're chasing, and they're going left, they're going right, they're stretch, and then that will open up some of the holes up the middle.
For DJ, he's got twins to his right, one to his left. He has an H-back and a running back, and it's a running play. Should be enough yards for a first down. That's Jalen Woody. He's been the workhorse for Midwest City this drive, and they'll move the chains.
Now they're looking at, so far a 7-play drive right now, taking some time off the clock, and then, you got to punch it in, though. You got to get your points here.
Jack Angeli, the tackle for the Owls. We're under 4.5 to go in the third quarter. Irvin hands off. This is Darian Rogers who just checks in. Rogers, a load to bring down. And as you can see, several Owls have to do it, but they do get to him without getting too much of a gain there. And again, I think DJ may have been looking at a ref there wanting a call.
Yeah. Very physical.
Yeah, Elgin's physical. They can
Between these twos, this is for a district championship, and they're letting them play for the most part. There's been some stuff that they will call, but for the most part, just letting it run.
Irvin with the ball at 27. He's going to keep it this time. Up the middle. He's got a big hole. Well, I say that, and then he cuts it back, but was able to get inside the 20 for a Bomber first down before Brody Morrison gets him. And this will be a red zone opportunity for Midwest City. Buffalo Wild Wings red zone. Buffalo Wild Wings, River Days game day, located 5500 Tinker Diagonal in Dell City.
That's what Irvin does. And, before they were ignoring that decoy, now they're biting on it, and that's what's Irvin's success.
1st and 10 for the Midwest City Bombers. Irvin to keep or throw it, and then the pass is low. Incomplete. They're going to call it incomplete.
Yeah, hit that.
Tried to find Jamar and Hamilton there, so it'll be 2nd and 10.
Already a 10-play drive starting on their own 31, trying to capitalize it with time off the clock and punch it in for a score.
They overcame a penalty on this drive to get a fresh pair of downs. And they've been really good on first down. That's the first time they don't get a positive play on first down. Done it with Jamel Maxwell as the lead blocker. Right now, Rogers is the lone running back. Irvin fakes it, lunges forward. Gains about 3 on the play. It'll be 3rd and 7.
Really come back to this and maybe a toss or something out here to this flats. Right here it's wide open, a lot of green grass. Saw that it's an opportunity.
Chase Williams with a tackle for Elgin. Bombers have not thrown the ball down the field this drive. We'll see if that changes as it's 3rd and 7.
And a big third down here.
Irvin with 3 to his right, 1 to his left. Irvin to pass. Evades one rusher. Rolls left. Fires. And he had a man, but it just was past him, incomplete. It'll be 4th and 7.
And, that was a good decision. It looked like he could have maybe run for the first down, but he's not selfish. He's not looking for that. He looked for the throw. He had the man in the end zone, just wasn't able to connect.
Well, throwing the ball has now worked for Midwest City in this drive. They have 2 incomplete passes there. That's why we're at a 4th down and 7, but they're going to go for it. They don't want to kick a field goal from this distance. This is not too far from where they made the field goal to end the first half.
I almost would, because the thing is, and they're going to call timeout to talk about it, but, if you miss it, the ball gets placed on the 20 anyway. So, I mean, it's if you think you have a shot at it, what's 3 yards of difference? Unless, which one, do you have a 7-yard play to make the first down, or do you have confidence with your kicker to kick it?
I think they have more confidence they can get 7 yards, and they're more than willing to try a run play, I would think, on 4th and 7 too.
So it's a 12-play drive so far, starting on their 31-yard line, and you got to capitalize on it. And the thing is, the score remains what it was at the half, 14-10, and already almost 10 minutes off the clock in the third quarter.
So Midwest City will call a timeout. Tessa, you got something?
I was just going to kind of bounce off of that, what Eric just said there. Even if you don't score on this, we've kind of turned the game around, or Midwest City has here, as far as taking control of the clock, and that's just what Coach Lowe said as a key to see offensive success, even if they don't score on this drive here.
All right, good point, Tessa. We're happy to have her with us. But it's never easy for Midwest City on the big games that we have Tessa with us, so we'll see if something can change here. It's 4th and 7. They are going to go for it. Irvin will throw it. Fires, has a man, and he overthrew him.
Oh, wow.
And it's a turnover on downs.
Well, a little bit too high off the mark. Kind of moved his feet a little bit too quick. Just kind of set and throw. Get another down. The only thing is the momentum still in Elgin's favor, which ended the half at 14-10. But a great drive, but stalled out right there.
And the tough thing is, several tough things about that. One of them is Midwest City called a timeout. Understandable for 4th down, but to call a timeout and then not be successful. And, again, who knows if that timeout will be important at the end of this game. But Elgin, I don't know if they intercepted it, but if you look where the ball is, I guess that's where the ball was. So they have it at their own 16. Handoff. This time they got some running room.
Wow.
That's Lund with it. He's had a big game for him. And it looks like he gets an Elgin first down.
Well, and what they're going to do is play keep away from Midwest City. They're going to say, okay, we're going to try to grind this out, get to the fourth quarter with a 4-point lead. They'll take that. I mean, it's like – and they have nothing to lose. They're playing like that, playing loose. I guess they don't even know enough that the lights are the brightest right now.
Well, they just really like it. They have the ball at their 29-yard line now, 1st and 10. Handoff. He makes one man miss, and there's a flag. Lund on the carry, and he would get a first down, but there's a flag. Again, in those situations, it's usually on the offense.
The near side judge here on the Elgin sideline.
I think it's against Elgin because
chop block is
Tress Laura is not happy. See how many yards that backs them up. But that would be huge because that's not something that's Midwest City's had in their favor very often is penalties.
It's going to come back over on the other side, but
we'll see what the call is.
Yeah,
if that's
chop
the call.
block, and that's 15 yards. I mean, that's
illegal block indicated against the house.
Trace didn't like that. He was showing the band. He kind of overheard the conversation right there, and, man, they're going to mark this back, and this goes a long way.
It's a spot
penalty
foul, right?
of 15 yards from that where that's marked off, and that's going to put them right down at about the 14-yard line.
So they
started the 16. It's already -2 already.
They got the 38 to get a first down. So it's about 1st and 22.
Well, this is where, a little blood in the water. This is where you come out. And Coach can send maybe a little blitz, some kind of a package to really just kind of put the pressure.
1st and 25 officially. You got to take advantage of this if you're Midwest City on the run play. And he makes the man miss. And so they're back to getting the holes they were before. It's going to still be 2nd and way long there as the run play from Matt Lund gets some of the yards back.
Well, you missed the shoestring tackle, but Landon came up. Santana Landon came up on his spot and got the tackle.
Felix Fuentes, one of the Bombers to get the tackle, 2nd and long. And Lund's run well this drive. One of his runs, though, was called back because of a penalty. Gets the handoff here. And this time Bombers good pursuit. There's a flag. I think that's going to be on Elgin.
Yeah, it will be.
Rogers and Richardson. Now, do you consider declining this penalty because it'll be 3rd and long?
Yeah, I would decline that. But basically he just came off of his block, and and so the thing is, Richardson not only makes the tackle, he's being blocked. I mean, he's being held. Came off of that.
Looks like they did accept it. Of course, it makes a lot of sense to accept it as well. Even though you're going to replay 2nd down, they're going to lose a lot more yards.
And Elgin's fan base does not like the call.
I'm going to say I can hear Elgin from over here not liking that one, but Coach Hall sure did love that over here.
Yeah.
They've probably been begging for it, especially whenever a team runs the ball very effectively against you, you start to really think, I think they're holding us. That usually happens when the team's been effective like that. So it's going to be 2nd and way long here. And we've had 2 penalties against Elgin. There hasn't been many before that. Laura, handoff.
Yeah,
not a lot of room to run north and south.
You're just not going to do that. I mean, it's just there's too much quickness. There's too much speed on the edge.
Quaylen Pennon and Josiah Johnson with the tackles. That was a Matt Lund run.
This is probably going to end the 3rd quarter at 14 seconds. They don't have to run anything. I think they'll let this run out and start the 4th.
What a struggle this has been. Midwest City played well the 3rd quarter, but has no points to show for it. Elgin doesn't either. And we're going to head to the 4th and final quarter of this battle for the 5A1 District Championship between the Midwest City Bombers and Elgin Owls. Keep it here. You're watching Midwest City Bomber football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
This is Friday Night Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Coast Technology Group is your full IT managed service provider, utilizing simple, reliable technology for your home and business. Remote monitoring and management, network infrastructure, and cybersecurity, all with 24/7, 365-day live support. When you partner with CTG, you get the 150 years combined experience of our experts, helping your business grow while keeping your systems secure.
Welcome back to Midwest City Bomber football on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Jordan Ray, Eric Sharam, Tessa Durrell. Happy to be with you for what's been a classic so far, a classic struggle. Midwest City trails Elgin by a score 14-10. It's 3rd and long, though, for Elgin, 3rd and 16, so we'll see if the Bombers can take advantage of this down and distance and get the ball back. Try to screen it. They throw it up there and throw it way out of bounds. Eric, was that close to intentional grounding?
Well, I mean, I was distracted here. I don't know.
I think there may have been an Elgin player close enough.
Think so.
Yeah. It just would have meant a few more yards on the where you have Elgin back up to punt. But Midwest City has gotten to stop again, so their defense has been much better.
So that was a 6-play drive that was stalled out by Elgin. Previously, Midwest City in a 13-play drive that was turned over on downs. So this is where you kind of make it, and you kind of put Elgin in an uncomfortable position if you just go down and score, and then they got to come back, kind of like what they had in that close game against MacArthur last Thursday.
Colin Donnelly with a good punt. Will DJ field it? No, he lets it go, so it's going to be a really good punt for Elgin.
Well, you can't ask anything better from your punter to get it back down to the other end on the 25-yard line.
That's got to be about 50 net yards there.
Wow, and you don't see that much in high school, you know. And a cold night, sometimes it doesn't really get booted like it needs to be.
But you
Makes
don't want
the ball thicker.
It's tough thing about
colder.
Your quarterback field there too. You don't want him taking that ball. If you had another player that was a little more expendable, maybe you would, because he was about to get hit if he did field it.
Well, this is where big players make big plays. You know, this is where championships are earned and made. Is in situations like this.
Irvin trips to the left, fires it short. Pass is caught with lots of running room. And that's going to be a Midwest City first down.
Again, that's same thing.
Jalen Woody as a receiver. Hunter Jackson with the tackle. Go ahead.
Just going east and west as much as possible, just to wear that defense down of chasing, and then you can get those sprung big holes for number 10 to run through.
Interesting. Jalen Woody playing receiver right now. Irvin without an actual running back behind him or with him. On 1st and 10.
Defense.
He'll keep it. And he will get forward progress. The blow, well, if they ever blow the whistle, gets to the 43-yard line. Well, if the Bombers can just not commit penalties, I think they may not even need to call a pass play because the pass plays are what stopped the drive last time. They're running the ball effectively now. Got some, Tessa?
Yeah, I was just going to say, just like how Eric said, they really got to exploit these corners and even test some of that Elgin's secondary, which we haven't done much of this game.
Woody joins Irvin in the backfield, gets the handoff.
Nice.
Woody squirts past the defensive line, gets into Elgin territory, and it will be a Midwest City first down.
Always hate those. Wait till and there's forward progress is stopped. You don't want to get anybody hurt, but man, that's when fumbles can happen and strips. But past midfield, inside Elgin territory, on the move for the Midwest City Bombers.
Elgin 47-yard line is where this ball will be snapped. We got 10:20 to go in the game. Midwest City down by 4. They need a touchdown to take the lead. Irvin, knowing the backfield's got trips to his left. He will keep it. Now he shifts to the right, and he will push forward, even though Elgin made a good play on that. Good pursuit by Elgin, but Midwest City will get a small gain there.
He stopped for almost the original line of scrimmage, and in a spin move gets him an extra 2.
Parker and Blankenship with the tackle for the Owls. Second down. Crowd is as into it as they were in the first quarter. Trying to get Elgin their first district title in 36 years. Midwest City going for their first district title in 5. Irvin to keep. It's got a big hole. He's got a first down. Irvin makes the man miss, gets inside the 35-yard line.
So when you say about number 10, he's just patient, waits on blocks, nothing fancy. I thought he was going to just have that other boost, one more cutback, and I think he would have been off to the races.
So a 1st and 10 for the Bombers. Ball's at about the 33-yard line. Midwest City has gotten into Elgin territory before in this half, but they were stopped inside the 20. Irvin with a man to his right. Hands it off. It's Jalen Woody again. He's been a workhorse this half. He gets past the 30.
Well, this is a good cat and mouse thing here. You got the receiver in motion. He comes back in a slot for the running back position, and so the defense really has to kind of honor that.
Landon Blankenship, the tackle for the Owls. We're now down to under 8:35 to go in the game. Midwest City with their first struggle in district. Irvin looks to throw first. Now he takes off with it, makes 2-man miss, but then 2 or 3 more Owls get there. He will push forward, though, and that will give him a first down.
Yes, the will to survive and move that chains. Yes.
Can't be stated enough how strong DJ is to go with his speed. He shows it. He's shown it more this year. He's definitely gained muscle.
Well, he's just going to say, put it on my back. I got you. And the team is responding to that.
Trips to his right for Irvin, looking to give the Bombers the lead. They got some more distance to go. Again, up the middle is Irvin. And he gets inside the 10, stays on his feet, and he lunges. And what's the call? He's short at the – no, it's a touchdown. Touchdown, Midwest City. We'll show you the triple elite replay, but another run from DJ. Or is it a touchdown?
No.
We'll show you the replay.
They're going to flag on the play. The flag's over on the 8-yard line. No, they're going to say it's against the Owls.
I think I can hear the Midwest City fans cheer.
No, I think it's a touchdown because it was
cheering. They're definitely cheering over here.
Okay, they have it on the scoreboard. Let's put on ours, and we have. It's Midwest City's lead for the first time tonight, 16-14. And
wow, it's an 8-play drive. And just get on my back, boys. I got you. And he just had that will. And then they follow suit. But they have to honor that little, going to throw that pass out, and that just gives the linebacker just a hesitation.
Important extra point for Doyle, and it's good. That means Elgin, if they kick a field goal, that would only tie the game. So Midwest City leads Elgin 17-14. Don't go anywhere, folks. We got drama for you. You are watching Midwest City Bomber football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
This is Friday Night Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Coast Technology Group helps you feel safe and secure utilizing simple, reliable technology. Allow our team of experts to help you design the right system with high-definition surveillance cameras, cutting-edge smart alarm systems, and thoughtfully designed access control for your home or business. Work, sleep, and play with confidence, knowing CTG is your technology partner.
This is Friday Night Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Welcome back to Midwest City Bomber football on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Here's your CrossFit Complete kickoff. And I think Midwest City will kick at the 45. They're able to do so because of that penalty, I believe.
Yeah, they took it on the kickoff.
And that Elgin will get tackled inside the 20, so it's good field position for Midwest City as they try to protect this lead now. All right, Eric.
Scoring recap brought to you by Champion Plumbing. Don't settle for less. Call the champs. That was an 8-play drive. Started back on their own 25-yard line. Put it on your shoulders for the 4-year starting quarterback. He is the MVP of that drive. Touchdown. PAT is good. Makes it 17-14. 3-point lead Midwest City with 7:41 left to go in the fourth.
All right, you can start the calls. Gut check time for the Elgin offense and the Midwest City defense. When Elgin offense had a gut check time last game, they were successful. We'll see about here. Handoff and good lunge forward there for Matt Lund.
Well,
he will get about 5 on that play.
You know, there's plenty of time, but you don't need to panic. As far as if you're Elgin, you got 7 minutes to work with. You've been in a position where you were all tied up last Thursday. Incredible play to finish it off.
So a good second down situation for Elgin. Laura to pass. Pass is caught, and it looks like right at the first down marker. Yeah, that should be, that's a first down.
Okay.
Quaylen Pinnon with a tackle.
Brought to Lund, but you know what? You had the tackle, and that was good because, out in space, you make a man miss, and then you're off to the races there.
So under 7 minutes to go, Elgin gets a first down. The Owls would love to drain the entire clock and then score a touchdown to take the lead and win the game.
Well, you're true.
Handoff Lund. He squirts through, gets a big play there, gets close to another first down. It's about 8.5 yards before Traylon Richardson finally gets him. So Elgin's offense starting to do what they did in the first half. And this will be 2nd and 1.
Kind of going with the hot hand. We've not seen the freshman in a little bit.
No, Matthew Lund has been the workhorse. He's been running well for the Owls. Laura, the quarterback, has trips to the left. Laura handoff Lund. Makes one man miss. And then his forward progress will give him the first down. There's a flag, though.
I was just about to say we got a flag on this side.
Well, it was 2nd and 1 for Elgin. This is on them. Now the first down is not so certain. And the last few penalties have been against Elgin.
Well, we have to see the call is first. Yeah. PA got a little premature on the call. Chop block against Elgin. No, that's not going to be a first down. It's going to be 15 yards penalty.
In the PA's defense, that flag was on the other side from them. But, yes, it was premature. Wow, so you're going to go from 2nd and 1. We'll see where they mark it here. 2nd and 16. If it's 15 from the line of scrimmage, that would be definitely correct.
Set that right outside
24-yard line, so, 2nd and 16.
And we're about halfway through the quarter now at 6:04, so now time's going to be a factor.
When I started to mention how the penalties were one-sided, it's like the refs heard me. Just a joke there, but it's kind of funny, the timing of that.
Yeah.
That's a big penalty. Could be. We'll see. Laura.
It's a second one.
Handoff. And this time the Bombers are ready. They're going to get Lund in the backfield. And that's the third quarter defense we saw from Midwest City. That's Ritzenmeyer coming back in the game. Rashid Arnett, Traylon Richardson were there. And now a 3rd and long, and Midwest City can force. I would think Elgin would still punt if they don't get a first down here because there's still a lot of time left.
Oh, yeah.
And they have all their timeouts. So Midwest City can force a punt.
I said that before, but they went for it. But I don't think they'll do that here.
That was 4th and inches, though, yeah.
Yeah.
Which they may get here. It's 3rd and long, so Midwest City's got to stay solid here. Laura rolling to his right. Fires.
Oh.
Incomplete, and the crowd wants a flag. I didn't see where the contact was. Adesola was the intended target.
They both were, had the opportunity at the ball. There was no infraction.
Nothing that really impeded the receiver.
And then a deep punt here. Now, remember they had a great punt before. Return, we're going to be close to midfield, and, man, if you can get the Jets going with number 10, boy, wouldn't you love to see a punt return for a touchdown.
Which he really doesn't try to do, but we'll see here. Colin Donnelly will punt for Elgin. Yeah,
Let's see if Midwest City puts any pressure on this. This is where I would send a little bit of heat.
Gets the punt off. High arcing punt. Irvin to fair catch it. Yeah. Well, he's an adventure 42. With him. He usually is solid. They like having him out there in punt coverage because of his intelligence. But he's had to dive for a couple of footballs he's fair caught for, and that just scares you. But he held on to it. That's the important thing. So Midwest City with a win here will be district champs, and the 5A bracket will be complete. We're pretty sure that Del City will be a 2 seed, and they're on their side. I say side. They're kind of they mix and match here for all the districts here. But Del City will be a 2 seed in District 5A 3, so they'll host a game next week, I believe, against Bishop Kelly. Carl Albert will host Lawton MacArthur and Eric Sherem. Who will Midwest City host? Irvin to throw. Oh. And it was low.
No,
should be incomplete.
That's incomplete. It wasn't a backwards pass. You try to see, okay, if it's lateral, it's a fumble, but it just hit the ground, incomplete.
Pass intended for Broyles. Well, they didn't attempt to pass their last drive, their touchdown drive. And it worked out for them. We'll see. The passing game has not really been there for them this half. They had some successful passes in the first half. So it was second down play. You don't want a 3rd and long here. You need a good second down play. And Irvin will bring Jalen Woody in the backfield with him. Irvin
nice
to keep
play.
It. Dives for midfield. They'll be a little short of midfield.
You're just going to key on the defensive end. You're watching. You play that. The ball is in the bread basket right there, and he pulls it out, gets a couple.
Ritzenmeyer, the freshman running back, with a tackle. Well, I don't like saying big 3rd down very often, but this is a situation where it's definitely worthy of it. That commonly used phrase, big 3rd down. Clock is running. They run it. They're going to have a big hole, and it's going to be a first down.
Flag in the play, and this could be maybe a face mask.
Yeah, well, Elgin already had a face mask.
Yeah, I think
we'll see what that
on
is.
The tackle right there, so this could be another, it depends on if it's a hands to the face or if it's personal foul kind. There was
Colston,
nobody else there.
Who was blocking was
holding. Wow.
Oh, wow, big one. Well, they have to take it. That may be on Colston. That's too bad. He also got hurt. He's a little dinged up there. So they're going to have to replay 3rd down.
It's allowed. It's 3rd down.
So it's about 3rd and 11. They ran the ball on 3rd and 7. Now Irvin's got to yell at his line because of that crowd noise and get them ready. Irvin will drop back to pass. Rolls right. Being chased, and he'll run it out of bounds.
All of that, yeah.
That stops the clock, among other things, and Elgin's defense holds.
Well, the drama continues.
That's right.
With just a slim, narrow 3-point lead with 3:44. So, if you're Elgin, you're at home. You control your own movement here.
We'll see if momentum goes with the penalties, because that was a huge holding penalty on Midwest City. DJ called upon again to punt. Gets a quick punt off. Takes a Midwest City bounce and then slows down at about the 23-yard line.
All right.
We're at 3:34 to go. Elgin has 3 timeouts. I would say they have just enough time to run the ball if they want.
Well, you have experience in games. You had one set up last Thursday where it was tied 13 all, and then you found something, a way to do it. So, that gives you a little bit of confidence coming into a drive like this. But, man, 3:33, 3 timeouts. Let's dial it up. Midwest City, let's see what they can do defensively.
Trace Lohr, who was so good in this situation last week, hands the ball off here. It'll be a big gain for Elgin.
Wow.
They get to the 40, 50, 40 of Midwest City, cuts it back, and at the 25-yard line, before Rasheed Arnett finally got him down, that's Matt Lund, who's probably Elgin's player of the game so far, without a doubt.
Yeah, Lund showing his athleticism, was able to get an opportunity to get off to the races.
We got a bomber down. And that is Rasheed Arnett, who's on his knees. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Midwest City Bomber football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
This is Friday Night Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Augusta Contracting is a general contracting company that specializes in commercial and industrial construction projects. When you choose us as a partner for a project, we assure quality workmanship, exceptional performance, and unparalleled client satisfaction. At Augusta Contracting, safety is top priority. Our main focus is to send our team home to their families safe, happy, and healthy. Augusta Contracting, where your idea turns to reality and your project comes to life.
And welcome back to Midwest City Bomber football on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Rasheed Arnett was able to come off the field. We, again, hope he's okay. And Midwest City just gave up a huge running play to Matt Lund. And they can't afford to do that again. We're at 3:16 to go. Bombers have a 3-point lead. I don't believe Elgin's in field goal range yet. But, of course, they don't want a field goal. It's Lund again. Much better defense for Midwest City. They bring him down at the line of scrimmage. Thanks to some penetration from Quintavion Carter, that helped set up the situation for Santana Landon and other Bombers to get the tackle. Clock is running.
Yeah, they're not going to be in a hurry right here. You know, they've set the tone right here with that big play, and that changed the complexity of this drive and what would be called.
It's going to be a keeper for Laura. Nice open field tackle there by Jalen Woody.
Again, not going to get outside that edge. Going to stay home. Midwest City's going to make sure you're going to try to put that back in.
We're at 2.5 to go. It's going to be 3rd and 9. So the defense has stiffened up since that injury.
We go back and say it again. Big 3rd down.
Yeah, this time I think it's 2-down territory. So that's
well,
why
I understand that.
Yeah,
but
you're right.
Every down counts, especially when
point,
they're behind this with 9 yards.
Yeah, every down's big right now. Laura, it's a reverse. It worked big last time. It'll work again. And they get tackled inside the 5 on 3rd and 9. The reverse beats Midwest City again, setting up a 1st and goal. It happened same side of the field in the first half.
They kept that in their pocket. Textbook. They just came right back to it. Executed it well. Boy, and they're going to use a lot of this time too, because then you limit Midwest City and their response.
Ball is marked at the 7, so the Bombers just need to keep them out of the end zone. If they kick a field goal, they kick a field goal.
Well, they're going for the touchdown.
Oh, yeah. Laura handoff, right side, and it's going to be an Elgin touchdown. I believe that's Matt Lund, and Elgin takes a 20-17 lead with 1:29 to go.
All you can say is wow.
The defense for Midwest City had been so good this half, but basically 3 plays, not 3-play drive, of course, but 3 plays that they just got gashed. And we're at 1:29 to go. The extra point.
It's good.
It is good. Your score is Elgin 21, Midwest City 17. Midwest City gets the ball. And you are watching Midwest City Bomber football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
This is Friday Night Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Here at Champion Plumbing, we take pride in taking care of our community. When we hit the road, we're fully prepared to solve your plumbing issues. We're family owned, and we are the standard for plumbing service. With a team full of champions, being the best plumbers in Oklahoma is just part of the job. So when we show up, you can rest easy, knowing that whatever the issue may be, we can handle it and make you a happy Champion customer. Contact Champion Plumbing today.
This is Friday Night Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
And welcome back to Midwest City Bomber football on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Here's your CrossFit Complete kickoff from Gabe Dittmeyer. CrossFit Complete located in Midwest City. Go there for many different types of great workouts. CrossFit Complete. Elgin to kick off from their 40. They kick it down the middle. It's going to be fielded by Midwest City at their 30. And they're going to get to about the 40-yard line with 1:23 to go.
Well, 60 yards to work with. Buck 23. 2 timeouts. What are you made of? Lund and the Elgin Owls made their response. What will Midwest City do in return?
Tell you, DJ has not been in this situation very much. In fact, the last time he really was a tie game where he led the team to the go-ahead touchdown against Westmore, but that was back in August of 2020.
Elgin wants to call timeout.
Elgin will call a timeout here. We'll keep it here for now. But now we're going to see how loud a high school fan base can get.
Well, I mean, they have been loud and proud all evening long, and they've been with this team throughout the season. An incredible season that they want to have continue, and the showdown between these two for a district championship. Sometimes you get it like that where the two teams are matched up in week 10. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's the first week in the district, and then you got to play out the rest. But, you know, certainly been a fun, wild one here in Elgin.
So, again, it's Eric, you have a rare treat here, a very close nip and tuck Midwest City football game with lead changes, in fact. We've seen 2 this fourth quarter. It just doesn't happen. Either they lose by double digits or they win.
Scoring recap from that last Champion Plumbing, don't settle for less. Call the champs. There's a 6-play drive, started on their own 23-yard line for the touchdown, but the big Lund boost in that drive was the big difference maker.
Courtesy of Matthew Lund. Trips to the left for DJ. He's got 1 to the right and 1 running back, so no H-back in right now. And Irvin.
There it is.
Drop back. Now he takes off with it. And he will not get a first down. He gets about 7 or 8 on the play. Clock will run.
Well, and Elgin's going to give you that. They're going to say, okay, we're going to, because it's time now. So we're going to bend but not break. We're not going to give you, we're going to give you everything soft and in front of you, but nothing deep and over the top.
On second down, we're near a minute now to go. Irvin to pass, plenty of time. Fires down the sideline, passes caught out of bounds. That's a first down.
Man, that was a rifled pass. It was a great pass and a good catch.
Devin Sissons with the catch. He's had a couple good catches down that sideline.
53 seconds.
So the clock will stop, and it will stay stopped until the snap. Twins receivers both sides for Irvin. Back to pass. He's got plenty of time. Fires down the middle, and what's the call there?
That is a catch. That is a catch.
Caught by Broyles, close to a first down.
They got to
they'll
go.
stop the clock for a moment.
Yeah, well, until they move the chains.
Yep.
They're set up for the next play. They're ready. Under 2-minute drill.
Running it well so far. They're in Elgin territory. Irvin to pass again.
Nice pass.
Myers pass is caught.
Right to the 19-yard line.
To the 19-yard line. First time we've seen Jamarian Hamilton with a catch, but he's got one.
Well,
down to 30 seconds. Bombers have to have a touchdown. They do have 2 timeouts. Irvin to pass.
Oh,
falls
flag
down.
The
So there's a flag. That could be, if that's holding, that's a huge penalty against Midwest City.
Well, it was late to develop. He had to sit there and he had to wait. It is holding against Midwest City. Well, so now you dial it up. You got probably a chance for 2 plays, 18 seconds, but you got to go. You're going to mark that at the 25, would be the 35-yard line, so you're going to have about 35 yards.
Boy, they had all this momentum, and again, the penalties.
Yeah. Well,
and the holding penalties have got to be. That's just that was a big part of the game is the offensive holding penalties.
Well, and
some against Elgin, by the way.
They say this, in big tight games like this, come down to a play or two, and it always comes down to turnovers and penalties. And unfortunately, for Midwest City, they had 2 turnovers. They had Elgin fumble and get the pick, and they got no points off of that. And so, Elgin did their part with the turnovers, but the penalties are drive killers, and you know that. But the thing is, you're not out of the woods here, but it makes a 1st and 20. That's not the biggest deal. It's the 18 seconds left on the clock that's the bigger deal.
It's the 18 seconds, and it's losing 10 yards.
But, his rhythm of passing is right on the mark right now. Big players make big plays in situations like this. Can number 10 find a way to do it?
Again, not a situation he's accustomed to, but he has the poise, he has the talent, he has the character. There's no doubt about any of those things, win or lose. All right, here we go. Irvin to pass. Has time.
Oh, he's got it open.
End zone.
Caught.
Touchdown! Midwest City!
Unbelievable. Threaded the needle. He had the man beat in the end zone, and what an adjustment and a catch.
See that replay. I didn't see Eric. Was that 2 or 3? I wish I had that number right away. Is that 2, Bison?
I wish y'all could have seen the way Coach K just jumped up in the air. I think he could have dunked it if he had basketball.
That's the defensive coordinator.
What do we say? Big players make big plays in big moments, and number 10 just showed his worth. 4-year starter, and it has silenced and stunned the crowd in Elgin that were rattling the rocks in the milk jugs all night long. And what do we say? 18 seconds left to go, and 11 seconds, and got it. On a 1st and 20, back at his own 30-yard line.
I'll tell you, the deep vertical passing game had not been there for Midwest City much of that game, but when it had to be, it was. And what a play by DJ Irvin. I apologize for not getting the name. It's either Jamar Hamilton or Kenneth Colston because it was either number 2 or number 3.
Well, and they're in the white jerseys, and that number is very light, you know.
Hats off to whichever one it was. They both play wide receiver, and they both have been involved in some big plays this game. Or this season, I should say.
And what a football game. I mean, just right down to the wire. And now Elgin, miracle cities have happened before. You got the PAT coming up.
Well, you want to get it just in case, but I don't know what situation would lead to a field goal attempt. It's either Elgin's going to score a touchdown or not.
Yeah, this is crucial here.
Still, you want to get the extra point anyway.
Oh,
high snap. That affects the kick.
Oh, wow. That block.
And it's no good.
That makes it interesting, but
I don't
know Elgin's kicker.
Yeah, there's not very many scenarios where I could see Elgin getting in field goal range and then having time to kick.
So on their own 40-yard line, a 4-play drive. That was a scoring recap brought to you by Champion Plumbing. Don't settle for less. Call the champs. 4-play drive and a rifled pass, and he had his defender beat by just a half a step in the end zone. That was enough. Readjust in the end zone. Touchdown. PAT good. And everything Midwest City is celebrating in the Metro.
There are still 11 seconds to go, so this kickoff extremely important, this CrossFit Complete kickoff. this CrossFit Complete kickoff. We appreciate CrossFit Complete for being with us and Carl Albert football this season and last season as well. A community dedicated to the daily pursuit of fitness excellence, CrossFit Complete. All right, well, they angle these kicks, and so they will take a penalty if it prevents any type of good return. So we'll see what they do here. This kickoff by Cameron Doyle, I think, is way more important than the extra point. But we'll see if that extra point matters. With 11 seconds, there's just not much time to think field goal range. You're thinking touchdown, but we'll see.
Well,
been wrong before.
Yeah, I don't even know if you really want to set up a return. Elgin's got, it's just 11 seconds, so it's just going to be one play after this, and so whatever you've dialed up, try to make something happen, but here's the kick.
Here is the very important kickoff by Cameron Doyle.
That's good. Just sputter that thing.
End over end. And they're going to pick up, try to run with it. That's going to take time off the clock. They're not going to get very far.
Get down to 5 seconds.
Wow, that should have got down. Wow. Yeah, we're down to 4 seconds. It's probably one play. Elgin has timeouts. They only really can use one.
Well, the thing is, that was the best solution, is just kick it and scrub it right down the field. Just let it bounce, take time off the clock, and it took a second or two to adjust, and then he had to run with it instead of just going straight down with it. But, you're just trying to make a play in, a scrum of some defenders.
Midwest City is sending back 7 players. They got
the
3 defensive backs at their 30.
Yeah.
One more defensive back at the 44.
Well, they'll say we're going to give you up to the 50, and then that's it. But that's so. Yep. And then we're going to do the razzle hook and lateral, and it goes down and round, and that will
do it. The Midwest City Bombers have come to Elgin in a winner-take-the-district game, and the Midwest City Bombers have taken that district. They are your 2022 5A1 district champions. They have won a barn burner, a dogfight against the Elgin Owls by a score of 23-21. It will be Midwest City hosting Piedmont next week. Elgin has a lot to feel good about. They are going to host Guthrie, both games on the Oklahoma Sports Network. And what an unbelievable game. So Tessa will be hopefully get interviews with DJ Jalen Woody, who is our player of the game. I'm going to call Jalen Woody because he got a lot of big handoffs. And, of course, we want to hear from the district, or I should say Region 8 Coach of the Year.
18 seconds left to go, a 1st and 20. And, you set those moments up where you say, about big players and big moments. And, he's a 4-year starter, and he didn't panic. And, even with the penalty, and he just rifled. He wasn't really connecting with his passes in the first, second, or even third quarter. But then the fourth quarter came, and it was like a light switch just came on. And Irvin.
Yeah, that drive.
That's it.
One clutch throw after another from DJ Irvin, overcoming a holding penalty. And Midwest City's going to fly that flag as they are going to proclaim.
No, they're going to plant it.
Championship.
They're going to plant it in the.
Well, they tried to plant it. It fell down.
Well, it's artificial turf, so it's not going to sink in anywhere. But
the important thing is, though, and this they were able to battle in a situation, again, they're not used to. Midwest City's not used to close games, but they had one here.
Yeah, hats off to both teams. I mean,
very
physical game. And you know what? I will say that, for those watching on YouTube, you can watch this again. And on the network, in about 45 minutes, this will be uploaded to on-demand archive. So if you want to watch this again and again, if you want to fast forward to the fourth quarter and watch it, if you had to say who was going to win this game, it was undetermined until the last 18 seconds of this contest.
Yeah, no,
and that's why you play 4 quarters.
29 yards to go with 18 seconds. You're going to get you're going to play against the defense. You think that will be gearing for the pass. They'll have some defensive backs back, and Irvin was still able to make the throw in that situation. It's not. I'm sure Elgin took that seriously, the threat of a deep throw.
Yeah,
but Midwest City got it anyway. So I want to mention right now that this postgame is brought to you by Patrick Newby Farmers Insurance. The Newby Agency is your local Oklahoma Farmers Insurance agency in Midwest City. The agency is family-owned and operated and has been serving the public for over 40 years now. The office is located off of 29th and Air Depot near Tinker Air Force Base. Come by and see us at 560 West Boeing Drive. Suite A, or give us a call at 405-733-7671. All right, our official HTO player of the game, we're going to give it to someone who hasn't won it before, and that's going to be Jalen Woody, who ran the ball very well in the second half especially, and had some big tackles playing the free safety position.
I'd almost I know you didn't ask my vote, but I'm just going to say number 10 needed to be maybe winner of the player of the game.
The only thing there is he's won it twice now, but the third time, absolutely, we'll give him.
I understand that.
We'll make him co. We'll make him co.
Yeah. Well, because you wanted that.
Yeah, big games, by the way, for all the seniors. All right, Tessa, go ahead.
All right, I'm down here on the field with Coach Hall. So first off, huge congratulations on this one, and also congrats on here. So going into next week's game, big win, an exciting win for you guys over into the playoffs.
Well, I think it gives us a lot of momentum toward where we want to go. We reached one of our goals, being district champs. But, we had to play a whole 48 minutes. If we'd have played 37 minutes, we get beat. So I'm proud of the guys that, to take the ball down with a minute 13 and go score a go-ahead touchdown. They've really exceeded what I thought they would do, and I'm excited.
Thank you so much, Coach. Back to you guys.
All right, Tessa, let us know, of course, if you can get an interview with number 5 or number 10, or hopefully both. And I definitely want to hear from number 10 because, boy, was he clutch to that last drive, and tremendous in the second half as well, as he has 3 touchdowns. And, yeah, I mean, he would be the player of the game. He won it last week, 1 of 8, and then he won the player of the game against Carl Albert as well. By the way, we want to go and take this time to show some of our recent winners for HTO player of the game. There's DJ with Jamel Maxwell, William Broyles, also winning it last week because it was senior night. That's why there's so many. Khalid Knighton last week. But we also gave it to Lamont Runnels won it. There's Traylon Richardson. We gave it to a couple of juniors, though. There's one of them right there. One of them we couldn't get it to because he wasn't there at school that day. But there's Jacob Brunson winning it for 2 weeks in a row. All right, and so HTO, world-famous iced tea located 5615 Southeast 15th Street. Eric, have you had any HTO?
No, I mean, and they have got a they're getting closer. Their franchises are opening more and more in the state, and I have not been there yet. I know they just have a brand new one in Yukon, where so the newest school that's been added to the Oklahoma Sports Network, and they weren't quite open when I was doing all of my stuff out there. They're taking a lot of pictures there in the team in the end zone with the flag, district champions.
First time in 5 years, so it's a new experience for all the players involved, and they get a trophy. It's something about a trophy. Eric, when you get that, as well on top of the accomplishment itself, it's definitely a Cloud 9 feeling. And by the way, I was going to say, if you have an opportunity to swing by the one that sponsors us when you head to Carl Albert next week.
Yeah, I will be heading to Carl Albert. You mentioned all of the Mid-Del schools in Class 5A hosting their first round playoffs, and the MacArthur Highlanders will be traveling up to Carl Albert to take on the Titans week 1 of the playoffs.
All right, looks like Tessa's about ready. So whenever Tessa, just take over. We got your mic on from our end.
I'm down here on the field with 2 of Midwest City Bombers, Jalen and DJ. So first off, DJ, I'm going to ask you, that ball leaves your hands and you're seeing it go towards the end zone. Walk me through what's going on in your mind.
In my head, I put it up to a guy that I knew was a great athlete. I know he'll make a play on any ball I throw to him, and I really had confidence. It's all about that. I had confidence in my teammate.
Now, Jalen, how do these intense and close games for your team, how does this make your team grow together? What does that change for you guys mentality-wise?
It builds us as a better team so we can get ready for the playoffs.
Now going into next week, what do you think this does for your team? What rolls over for you guys?
What rolls over for us? Yeah. Just a lot of confidence again. When we keep winning, we keep building more and more confidence, and the brotherhood that we have together just builds stronger.
All right, thank you guys so much. Back to y'all.
Thank you very much, Tessa, and we hope to have you with us next week when Midwest City hosts Piedmont. And by the way, Jalen Woody is our first sophomore to win player of the game, but congratulations to him. And of course, DJ was going to Air Force next year, and Air Force is getting one hell of a player. You saw it there, and just great poise in a situation, again, he's not used to. All right, Eric, I want to thank you very much for filling in for Tom. Tom, I hate that you missed this classic, but I know you watched, and you're celebrating right now Midwest City District title as Tom bleeds Bomber Gold and Bomber Black. So we hope, Tom, you can be back with us next week for sure. And but I do need to mention something real quick before we sign off that's a little bit more sad, if you will. Bear with me here, Myson. We did have a big loss in the Midwest City family when a former football player and basketball star, by the way, Cornell Neal, passed away at the age of 27. Very sad, but being around the basketball program for 2 years, not when Cornell was there. It was years later that I joined the Midwest City basketball program, but I heard about his name a lot for a reason, and he was loved by many. He has cousins who teach at the district and went to Midwest City High School as well. Just a really sad loss. We want to say the saying in Midwest City that I don't hear it really anywhere else. I'm sure it may be said at other places, but when you take your nickname Bombers and you say once a Bomber, always a Bomber, and Cornell Neal was one of the best, and we feel really bad for his friends and family, and we hope that they get all the emotional support and comfort they need during this trying time. And for him, because I knew him as a former basketball player, but he also played football. We hope Midwest City can get another playoff win next week when they host Piedmont. And then also Del City and Carl Albert will be on the same side of the bracket. They may play each other in round 2. So a lot to look forward to in the 5A playoffs. All right, I want to again thank Eric Sharon for being with us, for Tessa Jarrell, and then for the students who help out. I call her the production assistant, but she's a spotter, graphic design artist, and more. Caitlin Normore, for Rylan Long, who has mastered the getting the coin toss and helping out in different ways. And that's a lost art. Not everyone's great with that. For Kaylee Briones doing steady work, operating the camera just a few feet from us. And for Myson Adrino, our very seasoned now producer, we thank all of them for all their help. And please, again, join us next week for Midwest City playoff football, as they will be a 1 seed heading into the 5A tournament. All right, you have been watching Midwest City Bomber football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.